All right, welcome back to Grappling Legacy Lounge. We're here with Mike RealMuto. Take two.
Yeah.
Take two.
Black belt.
Black belt under one of Aaron Brooks's first
Peeka
black
Pow?
belts. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. One of the first.
One of the first.
So you got your black belt, very first belt promotion.
Yeah.
With two others.
With Sal, Ryan Salisbury,
Yep.
and Sherman Yao. Yeah.
And then you got to do, I kind of wish like we kept that kind of like a tradition thing. Like you got to kind of pay it back because you promoted something.
Yeah. It was the best part of my day. There was a lot of like, so Aaron always like kind of Aaron identifies the people at our gym as like the island of misfit toys.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was more so back then. I think there's not as many misfit toys coming into the gym anymore.
Well, I think that's because it was like it was an odd time.
Yeah.
Because of COVID
exactly.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So like all these other gyms closed and all these
And
people that
don't
were
know where to
like
go.
enemy of the states coming together
with their old gyms.
Yeah.
They were like, we're gonna go here. It was. I mean, and I think that like so there were all these weird kind of relationships and connections between like people who are coming from like Alliance or Carlson's or God knows where.
Yeah, they're all over, right?
All over at that point. So it was a terrifying day because I didn't know it was happening, and then I saw we had an open mat beforehand,
right?
And I think I was like talking to Eden or something, and like I kind of like turned my head and I did a double take. I saw Kelly and Lily walk in because I think Alex had like gymnastics that day or something.
So you had no idea that you were getting
I had no clue. I was because that was the first. So that belt promotion was coming. That was the first year that Aaron wasn't open a year at that.
No,
point.
It was like 6 months, I think.
Right. So I was.
Was that in December or in March?
It was December. December 4th.
December, yeah.
I was 3 years into my brown belt, but I don't really count a year of that. Because I got promoted in 2019. Wait, no, so it's 2 years. 2 years into my brown belt.
Okay.
So I got promoted in 2019. I had every intention of
competing and everything.
Like I remember that.
So does that mean you never competed as a brown belt?
No, I did. I definitely did. I definitely competed as a brown belt.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
At the Chicago Open.
At the Chicago Open.
That's right.
I competed. I did one Chicago Open that fall. I did a few Grappling Industries.
That's right.
I did the Fight to Win against
that's right. I totally forgot.
Rhoda.
Yeah, because everybody did Fight to Win that night.
Everyone did Fight
that
to
was,
Win.
That was a cool night. We'll talk about that one.
Yeah, that was a killer.
So going back to your promotion.
Yeah, so I was like, he's not gonna. I'm like, I figured that he would promote Sal. I think Kelly and I even had a talk about it. And funny enough, like Tam had, I mean, they did it the right way too. I mean, because I'm not faulting anyone who doesn't like contact. I mean, like I feel I know people. I'm not gonna say anyone's name, but I know people who are like who got promoted to black belt. Like it was just them there. Yeah. And they're like, man, it would have been really cool if like, my wife was, my wife and kids were there. And if some people just don't like, that's just not their thing. Like they are who they are. They're not gonna,
Everybody's a little different.
Yeah.
In that.
But I mean, it
is a special moment.
It is a very special moment, especially like. For the most part,
it's a special belt promotion. I will say that.
Yeah.
Well, because it's your last real belt promotion, right? Like ideally.
Is it though? I mean, yeah, I guess so. Because everything else is timed after that, right? So
yeah. I mean, like I know, like this year I got a stripe. It was 3 years. Did
you just put it on yourself?
No, I mean Aaron did it.
I know he's going to, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean you could. I mean like. I don't know how like strict IBJJF is because they have like the stupidest.
I think as long as you're. From what I read, as long as you're an active member. Yeah. Like, it says active competitor, but I'm going to say active member,
Yeah,
because like.
God knows you have to pay a membership fee.
Yeah, not only you pay a membership fee, but. So
Tam had DM'd Kelly like 3 weeks before.
Oh, that's cool. So Kelly knew about it.
Kelly knew about it for 3 weeks. Didn't say a word to me. And I think I was even talking. She would, she brought up me like an idiot. Like she's like, "Oh, who do you think's getting promoted?" I was like, "I think Sal's gonna get promoted."
So she's like hinting.
Yeah,
to
so
this.
she's not even hinting. She's just like, "I'm gonna see how much this idiot knows."
How much does he know?
And I was like, "Yeah, probably just Sal. You know, it's Aaron's first year. I don't really expect anyone to be promoted to black belt at this point because again, like I had come. I mean, like Aaron and I have a very long relationship.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Too.
Yeah, but it was. I was like, "There's no way I'm like and I kind of at that point I still kind of wanted to. I was like, I'm gonna.
You're fine being a brown belt for next year or two.
I'm gonna compete a bunch of brown belts. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to Eden I think it was Eden, and I could turn my head. And I'm like, why is my wife here? What? So I ran over to her like not violently, but like aggressively. Like, what are you doing here? And she's like, "Oh, I'm here for the promotion." And you're like, "No, you're not. Why are you here?" And she's like, "See Sal get promoted." I'm like, "No. Why are you here? Why are you here?"
Right.
And she's like, And she just walked away. And I'm like, "Oh my god! Like I'm getting my black belt today."
Yeah.
Like,
So at that point,
that point, I knew.
Yeah.
Like,
and you're sitting in line because it's a long
line.
wait.
It was like 45 minutes.
Yeah, and you mentioned open mat before that.
Yeah.
So I want to say that was the last time we did an open mat before the belt promotion because
because we've been doing them afterwards. I think.
Yeah, and I'm glad too and I'm glad I actually was smart and brought 2 gis because that day I was rolling and I had such a sweat, my gi was soaking wet.
Yeah,
and I changed out of it for the belt promotion and put my other gi on. Had I not done that, I would have been freezing.
And it's December, right? Because it's either
cold.
December or January.
Yeah.
So, Sherman comes up to me. He was like, "Dude, Kelly's here. You getting your black belt today?" And I was like, I don't know. I guess. I don't know. He goes,
and he started laughing.
And then we look, and his wife Stephanie and his son Ben walk in. And he goes, "Oh, crap." And I was like...
I could just see Sherman's face going from laughing to, oh. Okay. Like all serious.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like you said, like it was a big promotion. Like we had people like lined up on the wall around the gym, and not just like lined up.
No, we were really tight,
crunched against everyone.
It was like looped.
Yeah, and like we had like you were. I mean, like we didn't have like a good amount of kids there, but we had like you were there.
Yeah, there were. I mean, in general, there was a lot of people. Plus, there's people that weren't even affiliated to our gym that were just there.
Yeah. Well, and, there were some. I forgot the guy. I'm blanking on his name. The guy who ran Counter-Strike.
Yes.
He might have been.
He was there because he didn't promote Joe at that one, did he? He promoted Joe at the second one, I think.
At the second.
Not Joe Rizulis.
No, Joe. Yeah, I know. Joe O'Brien.
Yeah.
I think he promoted the second one. But there are a lot of you said, there were a lot of people there.
Yeah, there was a lot.
So. Yeah, and so we were going through from the small amount of kids that we had.
Yeah.
And then through the white belts, the blue belts, the purple belts, and then I'm just sitting here having existential crisis after I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Oh my god. I'm going through the stages of grief.
Right.
Not that I was grief, but I was like, no, this is bargaining and acceptance. I'm like, all right, well, it's finally gonna
happen. Oh no, what if it doesn't? What if
maybe
what if it's a joke and I just get a strike?
What if it's some poor joke? I can't allow myself.
I can't handle this.
And then he calls me, Sal, and Sherman, and Sherman and I have known each other since white belt.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 6 months to a year when I started. He and I became pretty good friends, and we've just been best friends since then. He was still really young. I think he was 22 or 23 when he was training, so he was still living at home.
Yeah.
He had mats in his mom's basement, which are actually the same mats that are in my basement now. So
you just moved him over?
We just moved him over. He sold them to me because he moved out and he's just like, hey,
I need a place. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, he goes, I want to train, but I don't think I'm going to be able to keep these anymore. Mm-hmm. So do you want to buy them for $250? And I was like, yeah, man.
That's
sure.
Steal.
It was great. So yeah, they're the same ones that we train on twice a week in my house now.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. So it was a dream come true, especially since, and I'm sure we'll end up getting to this, but Sherman and I started at Carlson's, split, and then we came back. So it's when we kind of came back to the same gym, it was a dream. Yeah, it was man, maybe maybe
and I want to get to that too because I want to talk about white belt Mike. and
God,
what that
my
was
mom's
like,
horrible.
and whatnot. So you ended up getting your black belt.
Yeah, I ended up getting my black belt.
And then, so you had no idea you were getting it. Then you had no idea that you were going to promote anyone.
No, I didn't. And so I got it. Aaron, I mean, I've mentioned this before. Kelly's brought it up to me before, but like when Aaron at those promotions, like you can tell
they're pretty emotional.
They're very emotional. Yeah. Like I was fighting back, like just bawling.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, I was, and especially, I think especially people who started then, like even whether you're a purple or brown belt, like you're gonna get it.
You're gonna get it.
So it's, but like that year it was so unexpected that I had such a flood of emotion.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know I definitely teared up. Like I didn't like break down or anything.
Oh no, you were crying.
But I was definitely crying.
I remember you're cheering.
Yeah, I couldn't talk. Like I tried. I did it. No, yeah. So like we got promoted. It was great, and then Sal got to promote Mike Aguirre to blue belt, I believe.
That's right.
And then Sherman got to promote Pat because
that's right.
Sherman trained with him at Northern Jiu-Jitsu Club,
right.
or NIU Jiu-Jitsu Club.
Yeah, the NIU, right?
And then, I mean, Dexter and I have been Dexter Torres and I have been friends for a long time. Mm-hmm. Forgot if I think he started Alliance at white or blue belt. But like he and I, we became really good friends, and then during COVID, like he and I would train together, and our friendship kind of grew. And then when we joined PicaPau together, like we just became, like that was before, like now he's starting businesses.
Yeah, now
and, like, Empire,
life's
like,
getting away,
busy
but
he's busy as hell, and still like arguably one of the best.
Yeah. He's definitely a hidden gem
he's
within PicaPau.
One of the best.
And he's a black belt now too.
He's a black belt now.
But how cool did you know? So you didn't know?
No, I didn't. So
when Aaron hands you a belt,
it
was
was the last one of the three.
Went. Yeah.
To promote someone.
Right.
So Sal went, then Sherman went, and then he kind of like, hey, come here, and he goes, give this to Dexter. And I was
that's cool.
Because he just like kind of whispered in my ear. Because he didn't want to
cool.
give it away. So I was just like, when he said that, like this like shit eating grin on my face. I was like, oh
yes. That's so cool.
So I was just, I think I called like Sherman my jiu-jitsu wife.
Yeah.
And I was like, if Sherman's my wife, then Dexter's my mistress. Dexter, get your ass up here. And
that's funny.
Like he's just looking at me. I'm like, get up here, dude. Yeah. And, like it was like just to watch like the surprise on his face and just like the grin that he had. I was like, oh my God, this is.
Yeah.
And I immediately in that moment, I forgot about getting my black belt.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even notice that it was on my belt or on my waist anymore. I was just like, this is it. Like this is the coolest thing I've ever done.
I feel like those are my favorite promotions.
Yeah.
Because especially like that particular one, it was the first at PicaPau.
Yeah.
So going before PicaPau, when Aaron, I was at Viana Brothers when Aaron got his black belt, and he was the last one to get promoted because he was getting his black belt. He gets his black belt and then turns around and promotes Sal to brown, and I believe he promoted Sherman at the same time.
Yeah,
and I was like, "That's freaking cool!" I didn't boom. I was like, "I've never seen that happen before." And then fast forward to PicaPau, and he has you guys do that, and I'm like, "This is really cool."
Yeah. I mean, like, and Aaron can pick up on those vibes too.
Yeah,
just like he can kind of take like the pulse of what's going on and weigh it in his mind, and he's like, how good is this for the community? And I think he did that, and he's like, he probably felt how awesome it was, and he's like, I want other people to feel this way.
Yeah.
But like I was saying earlier, like Kelly, I was talking to Kelly after the promotions, and she was saying, man, like Aaron really cares about you guys.
Oh, dude, yeah.
She's like, she can like. Because he has something written down for everyone, either everyone or groups of people, and he can kind of riff off of certain groups.
I think he has it written. I think he has it in groups, but he has like a little paragraph, like maybe a bullet point for each person. Because even if he pulls up like 5 people at a time, he says something about that individual.
But Kelly made a point where she could see she's like, I could see in his head that what he was reading wasn't good enough, and he was like rewriting it on the fly in his head.
Oh yeah,
because he just wanted that impact to be with them. She's like, he cares about every one of you so much, and it was.
He does that with the kids too.
Yeah,
because they do the kids separately now,
which is
cool.
Good.
Which makes sense too. Because
you also don't want the parents sticking.
It's a lot
around
longer,
for,
right?
Yeah,
it's a lot longer.
Well, yeah, I mean, kids like.
Yeah, and we got really little ones, so but
they don't want to stay that long.
He does that. He does that with every kid, and I've seen the clipboard. He doesn't have a lot of notes, and it's usually just names and maybe what belt they're getting, if they're getting a belt or stripe or whatever, right?
But he can kind of like.
But he'll like just click on something. He'll see it and he'll bring something up. Like, it's really cool.
I mean, he'll make jokes about it. Like he's like, it's just it's how my mind works. Like, dude, like it is, but. You can just tell how much he cares about it.
Yeah, it's pretty authentic.
Yeah,
that's how I
look at it. He kind of, I mean, he's kind of become like this like steward of our community, like of the jiu-jitsu community.
Yeah.
Like he really tries to like, I mean, a lot of people talk a big game and they want to like, oh, we should change this, we should change that, but they don't really like. He actively tries to do it, and he genuinely wants to make the gym like a family, like a safe place.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't necessarily like using the word safe, but like it is a safe place.
It's a community.
It's a place where people can feel comfortable training and not worry that they're going to be like either made fun of or
just get
put down or just get beat up. Like I mean, and we still beat people up, and we still like. I mean, not in a bad way, but like. Like new people still get beat up, but we don't like grind them into the ground. No. Like when we started, at least when
when I started, it was like it's totally different than how I feel like it is now. Like, I went through a lot of painful
so did I.
classes, and I don't dislike that, to be quite honest. I don't recommend it for everybody.
No,
I just think
I grew to love it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I grew
to love it.
It reminded me of a wrestling room, because in a wrestling room, that's kind of how it is. I mean, you could speak to that, right? Like you're always fighting for your spot in the lineup.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I feel especially probably with you, like especially on like a varsity level, like you are fighting for that position. And I'm sure there's a level, because like Alex and I were talking about the beginning of wrestling season, and he's just like, man, like those first 2 weeks are just gonna suck.
Well,
I'm like, why? He goes, because they're gonna try to weed everyone out.
Yeah,
and
that's how it is.
A lot of people are just
which should be.
Yeah.
But not everybody's in a wrestling shape either at the beginning.
Right.
So.
Well, he's just like, it's just gonna be a lot of like basic crap and like stair running and suicides.
But they have to start. So that's the other thing, right? So regardless. Regardless you're a sixth grader all the way to a senior in high school, I've seen, and we have a couple. Dan is one of them. He only wrestled his senior year.
That's crazy.
So if you think about that though, like he may have never had a mat time before that. So does he know what a switch is? Does he know what a single leg is? Does he know a double?
Yeah.
These are all basics.
I'm not saying it's wrong, but like my point is that like you're not necessarily trying to personally beat people.
No, right.
Like jiu-jitsu was, and especially like it was probably about 10 years removed.
Yeah.
But you still had a mentality of like Fight Club.
Yeah.
And like things like that, where you were like, this is your first night. Like you're not tapping.
You're not tapping.
Or like you can't tap to pressure.
Some ego stuff. Right?
Yeah. Like I remember I mean, the people who were in when I started. Like the people who you were, the boogeymen, I guess, were Blaine Woods.
I was just going to say
Larry
Blaine
Lindemann,
and Larry,
Leo Perez.
I don't know him.
So Leo and I are actually really good friends. We trained together. We trained at Alliance, but he was, he was really, he did MMA. He was really tough. Anthony Monahan.
Yeah.
I know. And then Jason Sullins.
Yeah. So let's get into this.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned earlier, like, what was white belt Mike like, right? Like, what made you get into jiu-jitsu to begin with? Like, you don't have a wrestling background, right?
So I wrestled in high school a little bit.
Yeah.
I had maybe 5 matches for 3 years.
Okay.
I think I was in the weight room, and I fluctuate. Like when I was younger, I fluctuated weight a lot. So I was pretty dumpy around that time, like beginning sophomore year. And I saw people wrestling, and I was like, "Oh, this!" Like, I love WWE, WWF, WWE when I was a kid. So I was like, "Oh, wrestling."
Yeah,
I know this.
This is like pile drivers.
Pile drivers,
like that, right? But I was like, "This looks like I could lose weight doing this." So I started doing it, but I was also a theater dork. So like I was in productions every fall and spring. I was in musicals in the spring, plays in the fall. So that was like what I always did. So like wrestling was always secondary. So I was never good. Like I think I won maybe 2 or 3 matches, but I broke my nose like 3 times.
Yeah, that happens.
But
you stuck with it.
I did. But again, like I never wrestled varsity.
Yeah.
I was always on JV.
Yeah.
I was I was kind of on the team. Like I was on the team, but like I was in like half foot, half in, half out.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking this week of like I didn't really appreciate that grind mindset, like loving that, like like the whole the adage like embrace the grind.
Embrace the grind, right?
I didn't realize that or start realizing that I could even do that until I was in my 30s.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, like, that has obviously changed.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I
Yeah.
love it right now. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Like I love the hardship of it. I love the feeling that you get after it.
Yeah.
But no, I knew like what a single leg was.
Right.
I knew like what, but I got into martial arts when I was like 26, 27. It was actually an incident that happened. My wife and her best friend were at a bar in Naperville, and it was just a bunch of her friends,
Yeah.
Go out, have fun, whatever. But I told her I'd pick her up, I'd be there DD. So I'm driving her friend home, and I noticed this car driving behind us. And like drop her
Like
friend.
following you?
Yeah. So I drop her friend off. The car goes. I was like, "Oh, it's fine," but it pulls into a driveway. I was like, "Oh, I probably just lived there." I pull out. They pull out, and they start like following us. And like Kelly's, she's had a few to drink at this point. She's like, oh my god, they're following us." And I was like, "Oh." So I turn down 59. I'm going southbound on 59.
Mm-hmm.
I make a U-turn. They make a U-turn, and I'm just like, shit, what do I do? Like, what do I do? So I'm like, all right, why don't I drop you? Like, we can either like call 911 or I can just drop you off at like a public place and I'll leave them somewhere else because I don't want you getting hurt. So we ended up calling 911. They pulled the guy over and he said something like, "Oh, I thought there was like something wrong with them, so I was following them." And
That's sketchy.
it was very sketchy. I mean, they lived in like the guy's name was Peter Griffin.
Shut
Like
up.
it was. I'm like, no, I don't know this
It must have
person,
been a
but he lived
family
in like
guy.
a really affluent
Must have
area.
been a family guy.
Yeah, must have been a family guy. But it scared the shit out of me.
Oh, sure.
So I started looking around and I found it was jiu-jitsu, but it was Japanese like self-defense jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
So I started doing that, and it was cool.
Is that grappling on the ground? I don't know what Japanese jiu-jitsu is.
It's actually, if you go back to like this is going to sound stupid, but if you go back to like the samurai time, it's if you train like any martial art, like everyone's heard like the like karate, like everyone's like karate's maybe bullshit.
Right.
Nothing. I feel like every martial,
Yeah, I feel like karate works in the right application.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that was my point.
Like, if you get someone who's not who has no
Yeah,
experience in any form of fighting,
and they don't know how to throw a punch.
Yeah, karate, taekwondo, hapkido.
I just think it's when you get a little crazy and do like jumping roundhouse kicks and stuff like that.
It can get ridiculous.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you just train it like a kata, like forms, it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
you're never gonna
Right.
like.
No one's gonna give you the time of day.
No one's. Yeah, we were practicing.
I could just practice your breathing.
Yeah. It was just like a lot of like wrist locks and throws.
Yeah.
They did have like a judo program there, so that's where I took some judo.
Okay.
So they did have like they called it newaza.
Yeah.
But you only did like every once in a while, and it was for like 30 seconds to a minute.
So is that where you learn most of your throws?
Yeah.
Because you have some good throws.
Yeah, that's where it's. So like I kind of, and I like that. I feel like I started it there, because again, like the self-defense aspect of it was, someone throws a punch.
Was it that slow?
It was that slow, like
Wow.
maybe. That.
Wow.
And it's not even a good punch.
Yeah. Yeah. Like your head's here and they're throwing.
Yeah,
it
and
over
so
here.
you're like.
like the Matrix.
Strike. And it's all like it's.
I'm gonna get you with this one.
I mean, and then fast forward to like when I started at Carlson's and I took a boxing class with Larry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Was Larry teaching it?
Larry
or he
teaching
was doing it?
he was teaching boxing before Saturday Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
And I just kept thinking, like, I'm not going to let this guy hit me. I'm just going to, and every time I think I'm going to block it, he just punches me.
you. Right.
And,
And they're probably like straight on too.
yeah,
like,
he's
like
just
you know
using,
they're coming, but it's like, oh, I should have moved.
yeah, and like he's
Yeah.
not using any power. He's just using a jab.
Yeah.
He's just,
Yeah.
peppering me up a little
That's
bit.
Larry. I can relate to that because he did that to me.
Yeah, and so like every time I'm just like, this was all
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and again, like if it was trained seriously and like you actually had people like attack you in,
Right.
in a somewhat
Like more of a speed,
more of a
punches.
speed,
and
yeah.
not like a sloth speed.
Yeah, like if you were wearing mouth guards
Yeah.
and maybe some headgear, like
Yeah.
maybe not head punches, but like
Yeah.
like I've done sparring in Ulysses boxing class where it's you get hit, but you're not really like you're doing 50-60%. Like no one's getting
You
hurt.
guys look. So I've seen you guys do the striking class. It looks. Sometimes it looks intense.
It's so much fun.
It looks like fun.
It's
Don't get me
so
wrong.
much
It looks
fun.
like a lot of fun. Like I want to join it.
It's my new like
But-
I joined last year because I remember thinking to myself like, man, if I ever hit someone, like I don't know if I could, like I'm sure everyone can hit
Oh,
someone,
I can hit someone.
but
Yeah.
like
Is it gonna be good enough?
it's gonna be or like
Are you
what
gonna
happens
do
if I
like-
go against someone like what,
My thing is I want to take them to the ground before I hit them.
but like what if I like for some reason I couldn't, like what if they were
Yeah.
so I was like I should really take striking.
Yeah.
And I honestly like I absolutely fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Like it's so much fun.
I think it's a great workout.
It's a
in
great
general.
workout.
So.
And whenever we train, Ulysses always says he's like, I know some people want to come in here just to get a workout, but like
Right.
this is training.
Yeah.
And I don't think those two are mutually exclusive. Like you just have to take
Yeah.
training seriously.
Right.
Like through training, you will
Yeah.
have a workout. Like,
Yeah.
Just
And I think that wrestling, jiu-jitsu, striking, you're gonna whatever you put in is what you're gonna get out.
exactly.
So
That's why I
if-
say
if-
during comp classes,
Yeah.
like how you
Yeah.
how you train here is how
Yeah.
you're going to compete.
I tell that to him. I tell that to my other two. That however you're drilling, like if you want to goof off and drill like a goof off and just do it half-ass,
Yeah.
then when you compete, you're going to be competing the same way.
Yeah.
So just you're training your body to
Yeah.
move, and if you're training it to do something wrong, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one of the things Liz always says like a bad rep is a bad rep.
A bad
like,
rep
a
is a
bad
bad
rep
rep.
is a memory.
Right.
Or like a
Yeah.
something that you're going to remember and your
Yeah.
body's going to learn how to do poorly.
Yeah. You're gonna bad habits.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Or like people try to like start just throwing. I mean, even jiu-jitsu, they just try to like blast through people's guards, or boxing, they'll try to throw haymakers.
Right.
One of my old instructors was like, well, it was like slow as fast, fast as perfect. Like it was something like.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that saying. I can't think of what it is though.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
it's something to that
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah.
So, I was doing the self-defense jiu-jitsu and judo for like 3 years. I did some judo tournaments.
I was just gonna ask if
which
you competed.
were fun. I got scared because I thought I paralyzed a guy once. So in judo, and I think we've talked about this too. Like one of the really great things about that gym was they taught you how to fall. Like you take like probably 2 weeks to learn how to fall.
I think
and you have to demonstrate that you know how to fall.
I think that especially in like judo where you're throwing people or being thrown. I
or
think
wrestling too. Like
wrestling, that I've never learned how to fall until I
Wrestling, they
started
don't teach you
jiu-jitsu.
how to,
Yeah.
how to fall.
Did
Unless
they
if
teach
it's-
you?
So, they didn't teach you how to fall in like regular wrestling, or like because I've done freestyle, Greco, and folk style. Folk style and freestyle, they don't teach you how to fall because like
Right.
there's not really.
And
anything
most
that's, like,
kids
big.
around here start in folk style. They don't
Yeah.
start freestyle.
yeah.
But Greco, they teach you how to fall because like
You kinda have
it's
to.
yeah, it's all big moves. It's
So
like
Greco, I kind of relate Greco to judo
Yeah, exactly.
because
yeah.
it's all
Pretty
upper
much
body
It's all upper
throws.
body, same,
so
yeah.
it makes sense that they would teach you how to fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but it's like always tucking
Yeah.
your head.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even when you're falling
Coming
backwards,
close.
like your head's not like
Yeah,
this.
tuck in.
They,
You
yeah,
have to
they,
tuck
they
your
keep
chin.
everything
Yeah.
in tight.
You want to slap the mat to like kind of absorb the force.
Yeah.
Like we would have to like jump in the air and kind of do like a somersault in the air and then slap
Yeah.
the mat.
Yeah.
And that would be our warm. Like that would be part
Yeah.
of our warm ups that we would do.
I
every
just
night.
did that on last Friday with the kids wrestling.
That's
Is
good.
that- I had
Yeah,
them
I
run-
mean, like-
I set out the crash mat, had them run, do a forward flip or a back flip. No, I didn't have them do a back flip, forward flip, and land on their back.
My daughter was at a football game last Friday, and the quarterback dislocated his elbow because
Yeah.
he fell. He posted out when he fell. Alex flew over the top of his scooter and posted.
Ooh.
And he does like gymnastics and
Yeah.
like, dude,
Yeah.
how do you not know how to like?
Right. I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, he just comes home like, I think I broke my arm. I'm like, oh god bless it. Like,
Idiot.
so at that point, Alex was just born at that point. It was just like 2010.
Yeah.
So I was kind of getting like, I don't know if I'm really getting enough out of this. Like, I feel like I need a little more physicality. And so I just started looking up other martial arts gyms in the area, and that's when I found Carlson Gracie off of Bilter.
Yeah.
I went there and like, I just did some nogi first. I remember it was in the summer, or like maybe towards the end of the summer, so it was still hot.
I love that gym.
And I don't
because of that.
I don't know why
It was
I loved
also
it so
it was a
much.
big gym.
It was big. It was huge.
I liked it.
Yeah. I don't know why I liked it. Like I just did. Like there was just something in it that was just like I remember.
And when you went there, did you start off doing jiu-jitsu right away? Like did you jump in jiu-jitsu or did you jump in boxing or just both?
I did jiu-jitsu mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did jiu-jitsu mostly.
I was the opposite. I didn't realize. I mean, I knew of jiu-jitsu, and he had turned 5, so we started in 2015.
Yeah.
You were already gone.
Yeah, I was gone at that point.
So
actually, I was just coming back to Alliance at that point.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
So who gave you you went from Carlson Gracie to Valco, right?
Yeah.
And that was because you were working downtown?
Yeah, so I was working downtown. I was training out here, and during that time, they had opened because Carlson has their headquarters in Logan Square.
They do now.
Logan Square.
Was that at that time? Did they have it in Logan Square?
Yeah, I think they still had it at Logan Square.
Okay.
Where it is now.
Yeah.
But they had a Wabash school.
Was that the old headquarters? Because I remember
no, it wasn't even the headquarters. It was just it was above a tilted kilt.
Oh, really? That's a thing?
It was above a tilted kilt.
I don't think I knew that a tilted kilt was in like a. I thought
it was
below.
It was on
buildings.
Whacker. No.
Oh.
Was it on Whacker or Wabash? Might have been Wabash. It was under like the train tracks.
Okay.
And it was over a tilted. It was just like a
Actually,
second floor.
That sounds like a great spot for a jiu-jitsu gym.
Yeah.
By the train tracks.
Yeah. They had Isaac Riggs, who was one of the instructors over at Schaumburg. He worked downtown, so he taught there. Daniel Wanderlei was still in the.
Was he a brown belt then?
He was a black belt then.
Jeez, that guy's been a black belt.
They're all black belts. Like Jason was a black belt, Isaac was a black belt, Daniel was a black belt. Anthony was a brown belt at that point. Leo was a purple belt.
Anthony
Monahan.
Okay.
You know Anthony Monahan.
I know of him.
Yeah, he has a dynamite beard.
Yeah.
So I would go there during lunch, and they didn't have showers. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't get some kind of skin infection during that time.
You probably didn't realize it.
Maybe. But I would just go back to work and just sit in my filth and work for another 4 hours. But I
because
just,
they probably didn't have showers in the office back then either.
No, we didn't. Yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely didn't
No
have any
ring
showers. in the office.
That's a lot newer.
Yeah, it's definitely a newer concept for
Yeah.
offices to have. But so they had the Schaumburg office, the Shanahan office, the gym, Naperville gym, the one that
So
Joe.
all of those were.
So
the one here in Aurora, Shanahan, Schaumburg, the one in Chicago.
Yeah, the two in Chicago at that point.
Right.
So yeah, I think they were all Carlson schools. I think the ones in Shanahan, Schaumburg, and Naperville were kind of like run / maybe owned by Jeff Neal, Brian Bishop, and I don't know how much Jason's owned any of. Like he was the head instructor at Naperville, but at some point during like 2012, there was a falling out.
Yeah, I know that there was a whole split.
Yeah, Jason and Carlson.
Jason took.
I don't pretend to know what's
something.
going. I've heard
He took like one of the gyms or two of the gyms.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, just the
right?
reasoning.
Like the whole. That was the cutoff, right? Like,
yeah, they were like Jason kept the Schaumburg gym, and then Carlson or Brian, I guess Brian and Jeff kept the Naperville gym.
Yeah.
And the Shanahan gym because I know Brian.
Yeah, Brian right now has the Shanahan gym that they moved to Morris, and then he has the one in North Aurora.
Yeah.
That's the one that Jeff uses.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know why I didn't really. I guess I always trained under Jason, so I always felt more loyalty towards him. But I also didn't want to go to Schaumburg.
Yeah, that's
and then they were closing
because you're still in Naperville.
Yeah, I was actually in Glen Ellen at that point because
Glen Ellen's still a 45-minute drive.
It's because because we were selling our townhouse in Naperville, but that was like right when the.
Dude, you were in Glen Elm. How did you not end up at Gracie Bra in Downers Grove? Was that not open then?
No, it was.
I mean, I realize what they are.
So when I started at Carlson's, I was doing like. Yeah, I mean, kind of. So when I started at Carlson, I was just doing no-gi, and then I remember Anthony coming up to me like a month or two after I started, and he's like, "If you want to be taken seriously here, you need to put on a gi." And I was like, "Oh,
well,
okay."
To be fair, I mean, the only people that we're talking 2012.
2011, 2010, 2011.
Yeah, so probably the most people that were doing nogi were probably MMA guys.
Yes,
and more jiu-jitsu guys.
So then, and that's what, and everyone was.
He probably wasn't wrong.
There wasn't really I don't even know if there was a nogi class. There was like an MMA class or MMA for grappling.
Right.
But all the jiu-jitsu was pretty much done in gi. Like they had a few people who would do nogi, but I was like tentative at that point about making like an investment in anything, and I'm just like, I'm like, all right, I kind of like this. I'll buy a gi.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what kind of.
Wasn't an Alliance gi?
Well, no, at that point it was a Carlson's gi.
Oh yeah, I think they had not cut out.
Yeah, I still have my patch from like my original Carlson gi somewhere.
It's way over there somewhere. It's the only blue gi I have.
I think I've seen that on you.
Yeah.
But so like around 2012 was when that whole, and again, like I don't pretend to know what happened. I've heard different stories. I've heard.
You're never gonna know unless you were there. So
I mean,
whatever.
So
it was a split.
They split. I felt more allegiance to Jason at that point, but again, I didn't want to travel to Schaumburg, and they were closing the Wabash school.
Right.
So because it just wasn't doing very well. I think like didn't have many students.
Okay.
So I was talking to Isaac, who was one of the black belts there, and he and I had become pretty good friends at that point. And I was like, man, like, oh, so anyway, my other point, sorry, digress. There was a Gracie Baja in the Loop, almost across the street from where I worked.
So you almost joined the cult.
So when Anthony said that to me, I was like, oh, okay, this is great. But
and you're still a white belt at this
I was still a white belt.
Okay.
I was like, man, what if I could just go across the street? Like that, I had no idea what
that would have made sense.
The difference between the gyms were or anything.
I would have done it.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I said.
Well, so I went in there.
Yeah.
I went in there for a class.
Yeah.
And I just walked in, and like they had like the promotion schedule on the wall, and like if you come in this many times, you get a stripe, and this many. And I was
so similar to a karate school.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know if I like this or not. And they weren't like.
But being naive, I would have, like me.
Like, oh, that's how it is. Okay.
Yeah, for me, I would have just been like, okay, that's normal.
See, and I think at that point, like people had been talking about promotions at Carlson's, and they were just like, you have to earn. Like, like it was more of like an earning thing.
True.
Like,
because you were already. Yeah. You're already exposed to something completely different.
So I was
that
like,
makes
I kind
sense.
of like that concept more. Like, I don't like the idea of attendance-based promotion.
I'm going to come 1 year, and I'm going to get my blue belt.
Well, yeah. They were like, if you come 3 months, you'll get 2 stripes. If you come 9 months, and it's like, seems sketchy. And then they're like, well, if you join, you have to spend like $210 on a rash guard and a gi.
Yeah,
and then it's like $180. I'm like, what?
That's what would have like turned me off of it because like. And again, it's not because I'm cheap, so like I don't want to invest any money on and stuff like that. You know? So. Like,
well, and I think at that point I kind of had to talk them into letting me spar, because they're like, you can't spar. If
I have
heard
heard
that.
that.
I was like, well, I have experience. And like, what kind of experience? So I had to like kind of justify it to them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the roles weren't very difficult. I'm like, I don't think I like this place at all.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay at Carlson's. So that's why I didn't end up joining.
Yeah.
Because of that reason.
45.
Yeah. So the split happened. I talked to Isaac, and he was like, well, you know, we used to train with this guy, Jay Valco, back in the day.
That's right. He's an old Carlson guy.
He's an old Carlson. So he got his black belt under. He actually, funny enough, he got a black belt through a Gracie Baja black belt.
Is that right?
Yeah. So he got promoted up through brown, maybe from blue to brown from Carlson, because he grew up in
senior.
He trained with senior. Yeah,
Yeah.
he knew like I think he got promoted by junior, but he trained it. I think he trained like
with
where senior.
I'm pretty sure he trained with senior.
Because he was actually in a documentary about seniors' life, which was really cool. It's actually a really cool documentary.
I feel like all the I'm gonna say old time black belts only because I haven't even had mine for a year. So all the old timers.
Well, I mean, at that point, like from then to now, yeah.
You know, I've been training for 10 years, right?
But those people have had their.
But they've had their black belt
for longer.
I feel like
they've had their black belts.
Those are what I'm saying are old timers, not because they're old. They're not.
They're the old guard.
They're just the old guard. Like all of them that were in Chicago and got their black belt in Chicago trained with Carlson Senior.
Yeah.
Like
Vives.
Yeah.
I think Otto Clark did.
Yeah.
Like Jason did.
Yeah.
Isaac did.
Yep.
Jay did.
What a time that would have been.
Yeah. So I went to meet Jay. I just thought he was a cool dude. Like he and I kind of just hit it off right away. He's a big nerd. Like he loves comic books. He's big into like economics and philosophy, and we would just like kind of sit and talk after practice about just like random shit, and it was so cool. Yeah. So I went to. I don't even know. I remember I went there to like meet him, and I'm like, I don't even know why I came here to meet you. Like I'm gonna join. He goes, all right, cool. Like no problem. Tough gym. Yeah. Like they had a lot of tough guys.
I've competed against some of their guys.
Dude, their guys tough. They're one of my first Naga competitions was against one of their guys. Yeah. Really tough guy. But yeah, I loved it. And they had morning classes, and they had showers, and they had lunch classes, and they had night classes. So like there were some days where
and it was close to your office.
And it was close-ish. Like I took a lot of extended lunches a lot of times. Yeah. Like if I knew like my job, like at that point, like with my job, I was pretty confident with what I was like. I was pretty sure like, okay, I can take this time and still do all my work. Okay. Like I'm pretty good at like budgeting my time for work.
Yeah. You're not like strapped down to the
desk. I mean like if I have to work, I just won't go. Yeah. It sucked. And you know, at that point, like when you're a blue belt, like jiu-jitsu is life. Like, you know,
you're like
you're pissed, but
you're like 2-3 years in, you're dedicated to it.
Oh man, you're sucked in. You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
So there were days I would go to the 7 a.m. class, shower, go to the lunch class, shower, go to the evening class, and then just take the train home. I wouldn't go home until like 10 o'clock.
Kind of like young Mike that's doing it now. Ironically, as a blue belt.
Yeah.
He like every picture that they post, he's in. I'm like, are they photoshopping him in?
That kid's like there.
He is there all the time.
He's tough. He seems like he loves to learn. Yeah. Like it's great.
He's an all around cool dude. I'm glad he came
I like rolling. He's a tough round. Yeah. But yeah, I loved like some of the guys who train there. Like we're still really good friends. Yeah.
Are they still at Valco?
A lot of them are. Yeah. Just a lot of them live in the city. Yeah. And so yeah, they had like just a great, and like every class was like a little different. Like the people there were a little different. Mm-hmm. They just had a bunch of like different people from different backgrounds. I mean, like more so different backgrounds. Like really,
like we have a lot of different.
We do.
A lot of different people.
We do, but at that point, like
from different places.
Yeah, you had like it was just a smorgasbord of different people, and they were like, but their baseline, the majority of them were just such nerds, and I loved it so much. I felt at home.
I honestly feel like that is jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, but they were like they were nerds. They were mostly comic book and movie nerds. So we would play this so a bunch of us would play this game on Tuesday, and it was over Facebook. It was called This Guy Ruled, and so you would find these like pictures from old movies, and you would post. I'm trying to think of one like if you put like the T-1000 from like This Guy Ruled turning into liquid, hunting down Sarah Connor, and generally causing chaos in Los Angeles circa 1992. And then like people would be like comment like, oh, this is good. And then like people would rank them, and like you would win this guy. You wouldn't win anything. But it was like, it was so, and like people would get so angry at me.
I need a sound effect that says nerd alert, nerd alert.
But people would get so angry at me because like we would all tag each other in our posts. So like Tuesdays, my Facebook timeline was just blowing up with like all these like.
It's like the modern day memes.
Yeah, kinda.
Like I get so many memes. Yeah. Mostly from you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
You and Ulysses.
Yeah, Ulysses and I are just like, it's all we do. All we do every day is just.
And my buddy Sergio sends me a lot of good ones too. So.
But yeah, it's like if you were, I'd pick like actually, I think his name's Gabe from Pet Cemetery. Like this
Oh,
kid
yeah, the
ruled coming
kid.
back from the dead,
Yeah.
slicing an old man's Achilles.
You haven't
and
seen
being,
that movie yet.
Oh, it's messed up. And being reburied circa like 89 or something.
Yeah.
Like, so it was like things like that. Like, oh, this is top tier. Like, this is really
Yeah,
good.
that's
like,
a good one. I
we would-
love horror movies, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I could get down to that.
But yeah, like we would have themes. Like, let's try to do like non-movies. So it's like we would pick like a screenshot of like Tetris, like the long, like,
The long one?
Yeah, like this object ruled. Like
They're so happy when you get it.
yeah, exactly. It was.
It fits basically everywhere.
And we would look forward to it, and we would talk about it at practice. Like it was so
You
much
guys
fun.
are nerds.
We were such
That-
nerds, and it
yeah.
was so great.
Now we actually do talk about movies, but it's mostly comic movies because that's what's out.
And it's
right
mostly
now.
me trying to justify what a good movie like this was when you guys are like, it sucked.
We're talking Superman,
Yeah,
right?
I'm talking Superman. But so I was there. For about 2.5 years. I got my blue belt. I got promoted. I think at one of my first tournaments I did for.
You got your blue belt. You're 5 years in.
No, about 3 years in.
3 years in.
3 years
Okay.
in. It was IBJJF in August. I got first place. And yeah, Jay just promoted me on the podium.
That's cool.
And it was.
That's another. I think your blue belt promotion and your black belt promotions are the two most important promotions.
Yeah, because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm finally into like the
Yeah.
quote unquote colored belts.
Right.
And it's
and
like,
then black belt's like the finale.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah,
Like
now you-
blue belts, like I made it through the. I made it through the
rough
like,
times.
the rough times. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say the
They
hazing,
go
but
up
like,
so
Although I
fast.
think blue belt's probably harder than white belt.
yeah, I'd say. What was your most fun belt?
Purple.
Yeah,
This
I sell it to everyone. Like,
the
man,
shitty thing
enjoy
to
your
me
purple
with
belt.
purple is the same thing that happened to you in brown belt because of the COVID time.
Yeah,
I wanted to compete more at purple belt, but COVID happened. But I do think I learned so much more,
yeah,
not only about myself but about jiu-jitsu and different movesets. So
yeah. Purple belt was like you have. It's like almost like a perfect '90s belt because it's like you have some responsibility, but you're still kind of a slacker.
And it's
And you
purple.
have like, and you're it's purple, and you're like, whatever, man. I'm a purple belt. I rule. Like,
yeah,
kind of
like all those
like you
memes.
can tap upper belts, but then if
Yes.
you get tapped by an upper belt, you're like, I'm a purple belt. Whatever, bro. Like,
and
or
all
if you
the-
get tapped by a blue belt, you're like, that was probably like a 3-year a blue belt. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
And it is true that like when you get your purple belt, everything turns to purple.
Yeah.
Like you buy everything
Everything's
in purple.
purple, yeah.
I don't know
Everyone's
why
like-
that is. It just I see it. I think
at that
I did it
point-
too, but
I want to say
You
at
got
that point I
a bunch
was
of
in
purple
my
rash guards.
yeah.
sister's
Shirts.
wedding, and I had purple Converse at that
Yeah.
point because we got purple Converse for the wedding.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, purple Converse.
Yeah. Everything's purple. You're like a
That's my
purple.
purple belt.
That's when people really like Grimace.
I mean, I never liked Grimace, but
Grimace
yes,
is awesome. He's just a Grimace.
he's just a Grimace.
So how long were you at Valco?
I was at Valkos for about 2.5 years. And then, so around 2015.
So you just went two,
like,
two.
roughly like 2.5, like
Yeah.
or almost like 3-2.
Yeah.
And then around 2015, that's when. So we had Lily at that point. Alex was starting kindergarten, and Kelly came with me. She was like, "Hey, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like Alex, I have to be at school at like 6:30. Alex's bus next year is going to start coming at like 7:15, 7:30 in the morning. You have to be out here.
Yeah.
Like you have to get a job out here." And I was like,
That's got to be rough because now you're switching careers too.
not just job. Like
Well,
it wasn't
jobs,
careers,
but-
but yeah, it was. I had to look. So I started looking for a job.
I always think like changing jobs is like changing careers. It's always
Yeah,
hard.
I mean, it can
it's just
be
hard.
for sure. And I was so bummed because like I remember when we moved out to the suburbs. So I grew up in the city. Kelly grew up out in Glen Ellen. But when we moved to the suburbs, like I didn't have any friends. Like I didn't.
Sure,
know
you didn't know
anyone out
anyone.
here. Like she had a bunch of friends out here, and like I was super lonely.
Mhm.
And then on top of that, like a lot of my friends were starting their own lives. So it's
Yeah.
like one of my best friends, Mike, growing up, like he was married. He had a kid at that point. My friend, one of my oldest friends, Jim, my best friend, we've known each other since we was 4. Like he was in New York, I think, at that point. Like he's lived all over the world, but I think he lived in New York. I just didn't have anyone.
Right.
And I was like, man, this sucks. And that was one of the great things about joining jiu-jitsu, and especially when I was at Valco, it's like I made all these great friends, and now you're telling me I have to leave all these. Like
Right.
that was like the biggest bummer to me. I'm like, and it was cool because for a couple years, like we would get together sometimes.
Sure.
I can always. I mean, Jay's stance for the most part is pretty open. Like if he has a holiday party, he's always like, hey, if you want to come.
I've met him a couple times because I when we were doing we called it little guy open mat, but it was like light feather
Yeah.
open mats. Back when I was a blue belt, he hosted one for us.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
And he was there. I met him at that point, and then I met him maybe 2 other times. Once at a tournament.
Yeah,
He seems like
he's
a cool
good people.
guy.
Like
Yeah.
I love that dude a
Yeah.
lot. I got a lot of love for him. And if I'm ever in the city, I try to train it. Or if ever I can get away for like 4 hours, because
It's a drive.
It's a drive.
Yeah.
I'll try to train at his spot. And
Was
he's
it? Is it
always-
in the same spot that it was when you were there?
Yeah, yeah.
So it was always tucked away.
It is. It's in the same building. So
Because it's tucked away. You would never know.
it's called Hi-Fi Fitness. It's
Yeah.
like so he actually has multiple locations now, which is great.
Yeah.
But his main school is still at Hi-Fi Fitness, which is like a personal trainer gym.
Yeah. Right.
So when I started, like you would go down the stairs and there was like a kind of like a row or treadmills over here and some free weights over here. Then you go through another room, and then when I started, there was just a big mat.
Yeah.
Like there was a room in the back where they had a lot of like pole dancing classes and like
Yeah.
cheerleading fitness classes.
Yeah.
So you'd be in someone's guard, you just look up, you're like,
Yeah,
"Whoa,
like what's going on?
on?"
Here? And they have mirrors all over the place.
yeah, they have mirrors all
Yeah.
over the place. So it's like, this is really
Yeah,
weird.
I remember it being like the gym isn't any bigger. I mean, I think my basement's bigger than his gym. Like just this part is probably bigger.
I mean, not any. Well, your
When I-
basement,
when
your
I
whole
was there.
basement's probably big. Because
Yeah.
so then they moved. After I left, I think they moved into the room with the mirrors and everything.
Yeah, 'cause that's where they
their
were at
whole
when I was
thing,
there.
Yeah. It's a pretty good space. It's
It's
spot.
good, yeah.
It's a good spot. So I moved back out here, and I was kind of torn about where to train until I found out that. Well, actually, a year before that, I found Jason rented a warehouse in Naperville again and brought.
Right.
At that point, it wasn't Alliance; it was Evolution MMA. That's kind of the.
Yeah, I was wondering that too because like the Schomburg, he owned the Schomburg one too, right? Because
Yeah.
that was Alliance.
Yeah. Well, so at that point, it wasn't Alliance; it was Evolution MMA.
Got it.
And then, like around 2016, 2017, it became Alliance.
Yeah. Which was a big affiliation.
It's a big affiliation.
It still is.
Isaac, I believe, trained with Jacare at some
Okay.
point, so he knows like Fabio Gagel and Bruno Malfacini and Jacare
Yeah.
and all those guys. So because you kind of have to have it, like, you can't just be like, "Hey, I want to be Alliance." Like
Right.
apparently you have to
Right.
know someone who knows someone who knows someone, and Isaac, I think, was that person. So yeah, so we ended up becoming an Alliance affiliate, and
They're, yeah.
it was not.
They're not as big as they are. They used to be.
They used to be huge.
They used to be really huge.
They used to be huge.
Now it's like or at least around here, I felt like Alliance is like what Tag Team is now.
I don't even know if it's that. I would say Carlson's was what Tag Team is now.
Yeah. I could see
Because
that
of
too.
all the, like, Carlson has so many.
They have a lot of gyms.
Yeah. Yeah. I
A
mean,
lot of
and since
affiliations.
Carlson was based in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he had more pull to bring people to, like,
True.
the Chicago Opens.
True.
Like, we would have people, like, a lot of Alliance people end up coming to.
Yeah, I remember
Opens.
because when I started, it was Alliance and Carlson.
Oh, I mean,
Like,
that was the rivalry.
They were.
That
like,
was the rivalry.
going
Yeah.
at
So
it.
when I was a blue belt and I was training with Valco's, like Valco at that point, Valco was like Switzerland,
Sure.
like super,
You're, like total neutral.
yeah,
That's
total
a
neutral.
great
Like, he's
way
like,
to put it.
And, that was, and Jay's whole thing was like, I don't give a shit about your
Yeah, I
politics.
don't care.
I don't care who you
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
I don't care who you don't
Yeah.
like. If you come in here, you want to train.
Yep.
You don't mess with my guys or girls. We're good.
We're good.
Like
right.
as long as you don't.
And that's
act
the
like
right
an which is
attitude.
exactly what you
That's-
should.
that's the right attitude.
It's the right.
I mean,
I think that's why I fell in love with it.
Yeah. I mean, I get rivalries or rivalries, right? It's a sport.
Yeah, but
Unless
There's
you're-
always going to be
there-
rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, there's competitive nature.
yeah, but I mean, like
uh,
the hatred.
Yeah,
that-
I don't like
that
that.
Jason and Carlson had for each
Yeah.
other was palpable.
Yeah.
And so like when I was at Valco's, I would out of respect for my family, I wouldn't drive down to the city on the weekend since I was gone so much during the week. But I was welcomed at open mat at Carlson's on Sundays. Like Sherman and I would go.
Yeah.
At that point, Sherman was still training at Carlson's. And when I came back out here, I was training with the Lions. Those invitations stopped.
Yeah.
Like they were like, and even Sherman's like,
You know what? It's interesting is that I wonder if those invitations stopped for everybody because when we got there, there was open mat, but it was like just for the gym.
Well, and honestly, to be honest, like I don't really remember many other people that weren't. I'm not saying like I'm special or anything, but like I don't really remember any
You're special.
people. No, thank you. Aside from myself that were outside there, I think it was just because I was friends with Sherman at that point.
Okay.
And that's where I met Sal and everything. But I remember Sherman's like, "Hey," I think I mentioned like, "Oh, I didn't see a open mat." He goes, "Yeah, I was there." I was like, "Oh, I didn't see anything about it." He goes, "Yeah, you can't come anymore. I'm sorry." And I was like, "Why?" He goes, "You know why." And I was like, "All right, fair enough." But it was like Sherman and I.
Because you changed the flag.
Because I changed the flag, and I'm a traitor, son of a bitch. That's why.
Yeah. You now have the pirate flag.
Yeah. Now
that's
I'm
actually
persona non grata.
Is that what that means?
Well, no, but that just means you're not welcome.
Oh.
Like you're not allowed. Yeah, you're not welcome. But
Okay.
I remember there was a tournament called the Gracie Regionals. I think it was run by Rose Gracie.
I've heard about those. I've never.
Yeah, it was all nogi.
They
At
don't
that
really
point,
have
my
them
nogi
anymore.
sucked, and I think I was still a blue belt. So I remember going there, and I went there with Sherman, and we went there, and it was like Sal, Aaron, Hooley, and a couple other people, and we came up to them, and they were all say what's up to Sherman. I'm like, "Hey guys," and they're all just like, "Hey," and just kind of like walked away. I was like, "Oh, that's how this is gonna be." Okay, cool. Whatever. And that was like, I didn't really talk to him anymore.
Sure.
Until a couple years later, and like I wouldn't really talk to Aaron again until a couple years later, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of I think if memory serves, we kind of avoided each other at tournaments. Like we would like walk by and kind of like
mean mug each other,
or just like not even look at each other,
Sure.
or acknowledge each other.
And you met Joe at Carlson.
Yeah,
Joe
I actually competed against Joe at purple belt. No,
yeah.
I don't know if
you did compete. I was there for that.
Yeah.
One.
That was really nerve-wracking to me because
he was so drained from cutting weight.
Oh, was he?
Like that's
Which
how
I
I
remember
feel.
seeing him and I was like, man, you cut a lot of weight,
Yeah,
dude.
he did.
I mean, because you know me, I'm always like, I'm usually super outgoing. I mean, I definitely.
I didn't know you at the time.
Yeah.
But yes.
Oh, I mean, like you were probably like, I'm gonna punch this guy in the face.
I was.
Yeah.
I was like,
I can't believe he's talking to my friend.
exactly.
Yeah. It's like
bingo.
like,
Bingo.
Take him
oh,
out.
he's talking to Joe.
I'm like, why is he talking to him?
Is there gonna be? We have a problem here?
I'm like, why you? I'm like, Joe, why are you talking to him? But I didn't say that.
And I was probably just saying Joe like, hey, buddy, you look great.
Yeah.
Great, congratulations.
I'm pretty sure you were probably complimenting him,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, thanks, blah blah blah. You know, having a good time, and I'm like,
He's
focus.
the enemy.
What are you doing?
I was
yes,
the enemy.
That's
What are you doing?
Yes.
Get
But
your head on the game.
I was so nervous about that match because, like, man, if you went against someone from
Carlson, you have to
better not
win.
lose.
Yeah.
You better not lose.
Right.
So like, I was sweating bullets, and I won. Like it was by points.
Yeah.
I won. It was pretty. It's funny because I think Joe and I talked recently, or in the last like year, that like we watched that match. It's pretty much how our matches. We just like sweep, mount.
I recorded it on my GoPro, and I have pictures of it somewhere too. So somewhere's the video. I gotta find it. If I find it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's like sweep, resweep,
Yeah.
someone mounts.
Because I had a media pass, so
Yeah.
I was able to take pictures. And then at the time, they didn't say you couldn't do video, so I set up my GoPro.
Yeah.
So
So that was.
No, it's a rule. You can't do videos.
So did Jason give you your purple belt then?
Jason ended up giving my purple belt and my brown belt.
So was that when you and Joe went against each other?
That was purple.
Your
belt, I
purple.
think.
How far along in your purple
It was like a year.
year?
A year.
Okay. I think Joe was the same way. I think that's what made him compete. Was like, he got his purple and he just wanted to see what.
Yeah, I
see
mean,
what he
I mean,
which I applaud. I
I
freaking-
feel like
think
everyone
that's-
should at least try it
Yeah,
once.
I do too.
Win or lose, like
Yeah.
you should definitely try it.
When you're getting ready to compete, what is like when you sign up? Do you get nervous?
Yeah. The
Do you
second
get-
I press
you-
enter, I'm
yeah.
like I have immediate regret.
Do you really?
Immediate regret.
Do you like? What's your motivation to compete?
It's mostly.
What was it? What was it then? And then compare it to. how
Then
is
it was
now.
like we were pressured into competing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like we would come in, and if there was like a month before like a Chicago Open, like Jason would be, hey, you signed up, right? You signing up? You didn't sign up. Are you gonna sign up? You're gonna sign up this weekend, right? And, early
Right.
registration ends this weekend. You better sign up.
Right.
So
Did he sign up? Did he?
No,
Compete?
he never. He never
He never competed.
He never competed.
So that's something I appreciate with Aaron. It's because like
yeah,
he leads by example in that
Yeah.
way, right? So like
I mean, everyone has their own. Like,
I
mean,
yeah.
So Jay competed a little bit. He didn't compete with us. He always said that he didn't because he was, and I understand. Like, I mean, Aaron's talked about how exhausting it is.
It
like,
is
coaching and competing.
It is.
Yeah, there's
I can
times where
I
it's
can
like
relate to
And
that.
I think at that point they were just, like, I know that Jason doesn't have like an ACL on one of his knees,
Oof.
And he just didn't like train. I mean, he probably could have competed and done very well.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I'm
really
sure.
Like he was
I'm sure.
very very good. But I think he was just like, I'm just gonna coach, which is fine.
And I'm not poo-pooing him for not competing or anything.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you're gonna pressure your team to compete.
Yeah, and that's why, and there was, I think there might have been a little bit of that at some point. Like, well, we're competing. Like,
Yeah.
why aren't you like?
Right.
I mean, I know Isaac competed at like a Houston Open once or something.
Was there a lot of black belts in that gym at Alliance?
No, it was most. So there was a few. At first, it was just Jason and
Yeah.
Isaac, and then as time went on, there were
More and
a few
more.
Like Leo got his black belt, and I'm trying to remember who else got their black belt. Sean Burke came over to our gym. He had Force Jiu-Jitsu over
Yeah.
in like Willowbrook or something,
Yeah.
or like.
I know who that. I know of him.
So he was a black belt that came over there, and he brought some people. Actually, I think Joe O'Brien trained under him for a little
Oh,
bit
really?
too. Yeah.
Oh, he did. Because
Yeah.
I remember he was telling me that.
Yeah. He's made fun of me a few times about it.
Yeah.
But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so back then it was like pressure, and I kind of liked competing. I think I did, but a lot of it now is just like, I don't know. I either have to be in a mood or
I have to.
I want to do it for Aaron.
If I send you a text saying, "Mike, let's go do this,"
yeah, I do get. I am very easily peer pressured into competing.
I try to do that for Joe. He's caught on. That may be also why he competed at Purple. Now that I think about it, I may have said, "Hey, let's go do this. Come on, let's do it. We could do this."
But I mean, there's also a difference in like instructors that you feel obligated to compete for, and then there's instructors that you want to compete for.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I agree.
I want to compete for it. I want to compete under Aaron.
Yeah.
Like I want to and this is probably like issues that I have stemming way back, but it's like I want to make people proud.
I'm gonna get a couch and we're gonna have a longer conversation.
Yeah, I need to talk about my childhood, and my daddy issues.
No, but I agree. I mean,
Like I enjoy competing under Aaron. For Aaron.
When I was at Carlson, it was, and this is Carlson and Aurora. I didn't know anyone from headquarters or any other Carlson gym.
Yeah.
And it was just me competing and him, you know. And Joe would go with me everywhere, and then Aaron. When I first got there was a lot of people competing, and then Aaron had went downtown to Viana Brothers, and then it just ended up being me and Gabe competing. And we never had coaches. Aaron would always take his time that he was reffing. He'd take a break and come and coach me.
That's so sweet of him.
Yeah, and I thought it was the coolest freaking thing. Like I knew Aaron because he was coaching Gabe, and I had rolled with him and took a couple of his classes in Aurora when he was there, and just stayed in touch, whatever. And I always thought it was the coolest thing that he would come over and coach me out of the blue. You know.
Yeah, I mean he's awesome. That was actually a really cool thing with Jay as well. Like unless I was competing, like when I was training under Jason, and I haven't talked to Jay in a while, and like it's not like we're like I feel like
No,
we're
you're
still
just
good
in
friends.
different.
But like
different spots.
I think I can honestly say that if I didn't have a coach and he was there, he would just be like,
sure.
hey, do you have anyone? Do you need me? Like
Yeah.
I can coach you.
That's cool.
And yeah, I mean,
that's the kind of style that I like. You know, it's like be friendly.
yeah, I think my problem is that I don't want to compete. I don't want to sign up to compete like 2 months from now.
Yeah.
Because then if
you're thinking
Aaron,
about it too
like
long?
so this is the Jeff Curran Invitational that's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
If Aaron
It's
texted
Saturday.
me sorry, I thought today was Friday.
Yeah.
If Aaron texted me tomorrow and was like, "Hey,
Yeah,
the
there's a
170
spot.
pound dropped out. Would you want to take it?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I do."
Yeah.
But like if I have to think about it, I don't want to do it.
Really?
Yeah, it makes me so nervous.
So when I
and
say, "Hey, let's go do New V Worlds,"
it makes
in
me
December.
very nervous.
So
but I do kind of like. I do kind of want to do it. Like there is a part of me that I'm trying to like harness. And, like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I do want to do it. But like at this point, I also want to.
There's a lot to think about.
There's a lot. Yeah, I mean, like that's in
Yeah.
the beginning of it. It's like we're in wrestling seasons,
Yeah.
amping up.
Yep.
I mean, Alex told me, he's like, I like you being there. I like you being in my corner.
Yeah.
I'm like, that means that, and that means the absolute world to me.
I think we're at a different stage in our life where we can still compete, and like things like worlds and master worlds and stuff like that. That's where we'd have to find the biggest brackets.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
and again, here you're just, in Chicago, you're just going against the same people
guy.
that you've been going
Same
against
guy.
for like 4 years.
yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Most of them don't sign up anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I agree. No-gi Worlds is in the middle of wrestling, and it is tight and hard to get to.
And it's,
like I said, we're at different stages in our lives where, I mean, you and I are in the same stage, but different stages
but then
from
other
them.
people who are
you know
going,
what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
So,
we have kids.
yeah.
Like, like we want to we want to be able to help our spouses with.
Absolutely.
I don't want to leave, Kelly in the lurches. I'm sure
Yeah.
you don't want to do the same with Rachel for 3 or 4 days
No.
of like, hey, I'm going to Vegas.
I'd rather.
Not even that. It's like,
I'd
I'm going
rather-
to Vegas for
yeah.
4 days. See you later. I mean, I don't like Vegas, but like.
I think Vegas is fun to like go in and get out.
Well, I had when we went 2 years ago, I had a blast hanging out with you guys. Like it was you, me, Joe, and Isis.
Yeah,
And
let's talk about that one.
Oh, that was so much
No-Gi
fun.
Worlds, wasn't it?
That was No-Gi Worlds. It was a blast. I had.
They were still in junior high. So Gabe, I think you were in junior high when that happened, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we were kind of free, because wrestling, even though wrestling was a big deal.
It's probably like 6th grade.
No,
No?
you were probably in 7th grade, maybe.
That's when I started doing club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were in club when I went.
Oh.
But it was one of those things where we weren't. It wasn't like Masters where I'm there for the whole week. I was there for like 2 days. But you're right. That was fun.
It was so much fun.
We had a great time. You, me, and Joe were in
Yeah.
the condo, and then
Together. Yeah, like you and I would wake up early and just walk over to Starbucks and
Yeah.
shoot the shit. Like
Yeah.
it was so like and that's what I love.
Joe was still sleeping. We'd text him, "What do you want?"
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, let's text his wife. Find out what he
Yeah.
wants.
But yeah, I miss that. That's one of the things I keep in the back of my mind of like, oh man, that'd be so much fun to just hang out again and
Yeah.
just walk around.
That's what I like about competing now as compared to competing before. Like now, like if I'm gonna go and do like a Master Worlds or No-Gi Worlds or an ADCC, I want to go as a group.
Yeah,
I don't
you
want to
wanna
go by
alone.
myself.
Yeah.
I've done all the things by myself.
Yeah, it's probably
Like,
kind of boring.
Joe
and it's lonely.
Yeah.
Like it is a lonely
Yeah,
thing to be alone.
so that's one of the things I appreciate with Joe is like he was
that's-
always with me. He's always traveling with me. I'd come up with some crazy adventure, be like, hey, I want to go do Pans, No-Gi Pans. It's in Dallas.
Well, Joe's also in a unique position where he doesn't have like any attachment.
Right.
Like
True. I mean, he doesn't have kids out here.
yeah.
I say. Out
I mean,
here,
that's
'cause
the
who
thing.
knows
Like
where
at
he's
this
got
point,
kids
like
at.
I also just don't want to like leave my family. Like
Yeah. Right.
I just don't want to leave my family. for an
Stages
instant.
of life.
Yeah.
You know. So. Yeah.
I mean, maybe if like and again, like.
But that's why I go back to like you're saying. Oh, if you ask me tomorrow if I want to go and do this tournament tomorrow, it's easier. Like these tournaments, things like Worlds and stuff, I have to plan it.
Yeah.
6 months ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Just,
same.
you know what I mean?
Same. Like
So.
for sure. And I remember texting you about Subspectrum too.
Yeah. That would be a good one to do.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one to do. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Although that one's November, which is the beginning of.
Wrestling. Yeah.
That
again,
that one might be harder to get to.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's but it was fun, and I remember this. And some of my I do have great experiences and memories competing.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, like one of my core memories of competing was this last spring at the Open.
Yeah.
Like I went against 2 guys who had beat me before, and I beat both of them by points.
Right.
But I remember like during my first match, like the guy was up 2-0, and I was in a way, and I was just like, man, I don't think I could do this. And all of a sudden, like I hear Aaron coming out of the crowd. He's like, Mike, you're the fucking man, dude. Do it. Hey, you're the fucking man. You're the man.
Yeah.
And it sparked something in me that I'm like,
Well, it's
I am.
motivating.
I am.
You're right.
Like,
I
yeah,
am.
fuck yeah, dude,
I got
am the
this.
man. Like,
Yeah.
and it just got me. And it's like that memory of him saying that. You can hear it on the video too. I'm just like, it makes me like. Now, even talking about it, it makes me like, man, maybe I do
I
wanna
got
compete.
this.
Yeah, I got this.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah. No, so that Chicago Open was the first time I did an IBJJF as a black belt.
yeah.
That was the coolest experience because I was in the bullpen with all these other black belts and like people that I've always wanted to be in the bullpen with, like you, Aaron, Usually we're going at different times, and
Yeah.
I'm always in the bullpen by myself with some dude, some rando, that just comes up and starts talking to me.
Jiu-jitsu, huh?
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, am I right? And they want to have a conversation. I'm like,
Yeah.
earpods on, go away.
That's why you have the shirt or the hoodie.
I do.
Yeah.
Don't bother me.
It doesn't work. So
Yeah.
They don't know how to read.
no.
That's why
No,
they
no.
do jiu-jitsu.
So, yeah, I mean,
So that's competition life.
I feel like I'm thinking about Worlds though. Like I feel like I'm getting back into a point where I do want to compete a little bit
Yeah.
more. Even if it's at like trying to do a few local tournaments again.
I'm feeling like it's gonna be, if not for me, it'd be towards the end of the year to next year.
But you also mentioned Masters Worlds next year too.
I think
that was
that would be a
another
lot of
thing
fun.
that kind of like tickled the back of my brain of like, maybe if I start doing the gi again, because I do kind of miss the gi a little bit.
Watching Caesar and Roberto compete.
Yeah, and watching them train. Actually, it wasn't even compete.
Getting
it was
to
watching
train
them
them,
train.
getting to train with them,
Yeah.
doing it. One, made me fall back in love with the gi, and then two, made me think, man, why am I not doing Masters? And so
Yeah, I when you mentioned that, you're like, we should do it next year. I was like, yeah, we should do it next year. Like that would be awesome.
Like I almost wrote it on my calendar, like 365 days, and then start counting the days down.
Yeah.
That's just how obsessed I get when it comes to like competing. If someone tells me we're gonna compete on this date or you want to compete at this date, I make a note of it and I start counting it down. But I get nervous too.
10 days away.
Yeah, that's when I get really nervous.
I get.
I get nervous like you. Like when as soon as you hit submit, like my heart's like.
I have immediate regret, and then the regret goes away, and the excitement goes up, and then like a week before, the excitement drops, like it's a precipitous drop, and the nervousness just spikes.
What
again.
about the training after you sign up until the?
So
tournament?
That's another thing. Like I feel like I stop having fun. Everything becomes so serious. And I don't know. I know how to train. I don't know how to train my mind to compete.
Okay.
That's the biggest problem. Like I know I can grind. I can kill myself on the mat.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I have a bad night, like that carries with me for a long time. Like if I have a bad night, I'm just like that's the end of it.
So you just go down a
down,
huge
like,
rabbit
shame
hole
spiral.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do too.
And then like if anything happens, like then something will happen the next night. I'm like I suck. I don't even know why I'm doing this. This is stupid.
How do you get out of it?
I just kind of hope that it eventually
Disappears.
I work through it. Like
Yeah.
the only like the old adage, like the only way out is through.
Yeah.
Like you can't trick it. You can't
Yeah.
you can't go around it. You can't go over it. You have to go through.
So that's one of the reasons I like buffaloes and bisons. It's because, and it has nothing to do with the Buffalo Bills. I love my.
I was
Buffalo.
gonna say, wait.
I love my Buffalo Bills.
I know you do.
I love Buffalo. Don't get me wrong, but bison are like one of the only animals that will walk into the storm rather than walk away from it because they know walking through it is the fastest way out.
It's fair.
So
Yeah.
Or they're just stupid.
I mean,
you're stupid. You take that back.
How dare you besmirch your father's spirit? How dare you?
Oh, it just popped in my head.
Yeah,
You never know.
My favorite animal is a wolf, and I don't know how wolves deal with tornadoes. They probably run away or find a way around it.
Yeah, let's
Hide
talk
in a
about
cave.
that too, because let's get into these tattoos.
Yeah.
'Cause that's another good segue. You have a few of them.
I have two. I want to get a few more. I got one on my back. Like,
You only have two? I thought you had three.
No, I have two. I have one right here that I got when I was like 21, 22. It was like, I'm in college.
Yeah.
I want a tattoo. So I was like searching for kind of like abstract, like dragons, I guess. Right. And I found the one that I have, and I was like, this is cool. So I got it. I got it in like May of my.
Did you like go into a tattoo shop and be like pointing?
No.
at the wall?
I came in with the design.
Okay.
I came in like I want this on my back.
You told him, hey, I want like a tribal looking.
Filled in black.
Okay.
So I remember him doing it, and he's just like, "Hey, buddy, you're really bleeding a lot." I was like, "Oh, am I?"
Were you drinking?
I got shit faced the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. He
You're not
was
supposed to do
he's
that
like,
when
did
you
you
get a
drink
tattoo.
last night? I'm like, I might have had a few beers. What of it? He goes, yeah, your blood's pretty thin right now. I was like, great.
I often wonder, like, all these tattoo shops in, like, Vegas and stuff, like, how do they handle that? Because how many people go get tattooed when they're drunk in Vegas, you know?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm sure that's a very.
I'm pretty sure when we were at Worlds, we talked about going to get a tattoo.
We might have, yeah. We
I
definitely.
want an ace on my.
No, I wouldn't get an ace. Maybe I would. Maybe
I
I'd
wanted
go
to.
school.
So that's actually what I wanted. Like a batarang. Like people like how card players have like an ace up.
Dude, if you get a
their sleeve.
batarang, I'm gonna go get a Joker's card.
That'd be sick.
That would be kind of
That'd be
cool.
sick. So I've always wanted like either a half sleeve or a sleeve, and then a couple years ago, my friend Katie Bohenick, she has like a really sick like Falcon.
She's got a really cool
one.
tattoo. Yeah.
I remember
Hers is all color too. Right?
Yeah, hers is like fire.
Yeah.
And, like it's pretty.
The fire
pretty
looks.
sick.
The fire is what's really cool. On it.
Yeah. So I saw her open mat. I was like, yo, where did you get that? That's awesome. That's crazy. So she told me about her tattoo artist. His name is Joey Malia. He tattoos out of Art and Soul Studio in I think it's Kankakee. It's like around that
Okay.
Bourbonnais.
By the river.
Yeah, Bourbonnais, Kankakee area. And she's like, yeah, he's really good. He's expensive. He does like he books like 6 or 8 months out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right. I was talking to Kelly. She's like, you should. And Kelly kept encouraging me. She's like, you should get some tattoos, like some more. I'm like, all right. And it was just like that's all I needed.
But she knew that you wanted them.
She knew that I wanted.
So she was just more encouraging. Like,
Yeah.
go ahead and go.
So
It's
like
okay.
the one I have now is a wolf with like in the foreground with like a forest and 3 wolves in the back. Why I've always, like ever since I was a kid, like I love dogs, I love wolves,
Yeah.
I love like how we
You
like
did a really good job on that.
yeah.
movie.
Oh, I mean, he did an amazing,
Yeah.
absolutely amazing job on it. But I initially I wanted this like warrior wolf water motif, and then like I went in, like I told him I wanted. He's like, yeah, I can work with that. So I went in, like everything, like I'm like, this does not look what
Yeah.
I don't know what I envisioned, but this
Right.
isn't what I envisioned. So like he and I worked together for like a couple hours, and he's like, all right, bear with me, I have an idea. And I'm like, all right. And he's like, I'm gonna lose some of the themes, but I want to stick with the wolf one. I was like, all right, cool. So he's like, and he showed me essentially this, and he's like, I was like, oh, and there were 3 wolves in the back. And I was like, oh my god, like this is Kelly, this is, and
Yeah,
all
it's like
of them
your
had
pack.
like seemingly different personalities to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So like this one, I always picture like Kelly like watching over everyone. The angry one's my daughter, and then the idiot in the background howling is Alex.
Poor Alex.
I love you know that I love him. No, but he's the goofy one. So and then I saw it and I was like, oh my, I love the idea of having. I mean, that was part of like my love of jiu-jitsu, like having
Right.
your pack, your people,
Your people.
and then like I always you either take it as like your friends, your family, and then like trying to lead by example, and that's like where the forefront kind of came in. I want to finish my forearm. It's going to be, I don't want to say it's going to be complete, but it's going to be different. So I had this idea last year that when I was growing, so I love to cook. My love of cooking came from my best friend's dad. Every time I would come over, he'd make these like extravagant meals, and like he would just kind of sit down at the head of the table and like have a glass of wine. Like we would talk, and everyone would eat, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. Probably over, I mean, like long time ago, we started having a party at his house on Christmas Eve, and during that party, we would cook fried calamari and smelts.
Ooh.
And
That
we would
sounds
kick everyone out of the. First, it was him and his son, my friend Jim, who did it.
Yeah.
And then like Jim's like, come in, like we should definitely you should join us. So we started doing it together every year, and then he started giving us Italian like nicknames, like it was Raphael, Raul, and Ramon. It was all ours. And we would kick everyone out of the kitchen, and we would just do it. And then eventually, like we started inviting more people in. It became more of like a family thing. So he started calling us Team Mangia, or like Team Eat in Italian. And he started making like T-shirts and aprons. And on the T-shirt in Italian, I would butcher if I try to say it, but it says "Shut up and eat."
But in Italian.
But in Italian. So he unfortunately
that.
passed away a few years ago.
Oh.
But what I want to do is I want to get kind of like more like water, and then I want to have like a chef's knife with squid tentacles going around it, and then on the blade of it, etched, like it would look like it was drawn, like it was etched. It says "Shut up and eat" in Italian, like it's like an homage to him.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So that's what.
And you're gonna get it on the inside.
I want to get. Yeah, I don't know exactly how it's gonna work yet.
I think on the inside it would work.
Yeah, and I think, and I trust, like, after Joey did this, I'm just like, dude, I'll trust you with anything.
I was going to ask if you're going to go back.
Oh, I'm definitely going back.
So you're going to have him do all of it?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Have him do the whole
Are you going to do like the inside of your bicep too?
I don't know. I was almost thinking about maybe having like the tentacles come up to the through the bicep.
Yeah.
Seeing how that looked, but I don't know. We'll see.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I have an octopus too, but it's coming out of the skull. But anything with as an octopus, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like everything, I mean, like, and that's it just has a lot of meaning. Like it encompasses like the person who I considered a father figure growing up, and like an homage to him. It includes like my love of cooking and my love of cooking for people. There was also there was another idea I had about like a chef's knife as well, and there was one of my favorite shows is Parts Unknown. It was the Anthony Bourdain show.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the ones that he was.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It was the one where he's in Japan and he was having dinner with people, and I don't remember the exact quote, but someone said something along the lines of like, food is the only weapon when war is on the table, or something like that. Like food can help, like sharing a meal with each other can solve
problems.
problem.
Yeah.
Like it's
paraphrasing
it.
It's kind of like breaking bread.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's like a big philosophy of mine. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. But like I feel like this is much more.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, it's like everyone eats.
Yeah, everyone eats.
Sharing.
Come on, let's eat and have a conversation.
Yeah,
we can sort this out.
It's how
they used to de-escalate that. I mean, that's probably where it comes from. Maybe that's how, because they used to de-escalate like arguments that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like in this, it's very kind of poignant now, but like I remember he did an episode in Israel where they actually had like a Palestinian and Israeli family just like sitting together and eating, and they were just talking.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is great. But yeah, he was like, and he, unfortunately, like he was one of my favorite, like he was like one of the only celebrities that I actually felt like sad when they died.
Yeah.
And one of my biggest regrets is like he started training jiu-jitsu really late in life. And he was at Valco's when he was shooting the Chicago episode.
That's right.
And someone texted me.
I saw pictures of him there. Someone
texted me that morning and was like, dude, Bourdain's going to be here today. Like, you should come down. And I was like, I'm good. And
pass.
Dude, it is arguably one of my biggest regrets in life that I never got to meet him. Because he was truly a hero of mine. Like,
that would have been cool. Although they say never meet your heroes, right? Because then you could have been.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone there who met him said he was the coolest, most humble guy in the world. Yeah. Like, I'm sure if you don't act like an asshole to him.
I've heard that before about him too.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in the jiu-jitsu community were pretty sad when he passed.
Yeah, that was a big thing. So that's my plan, my future plans for tattoo. Next year's our 20th anniversary, so Kelly wants to like upgrade her diamond ring.
With a tattoo?
No, she actually wants. She wants to get a tattoo also. So she's a huge Lord of the Rings nerd.
Oh yes, love
and
this.
I'm a Lord of the Rings nerd as well. So there's a scene where Frodo's going off. He's separating from the Fellowship.
Yes.
And Aragorn's like, I would have gone with you to the end. So she wants to get something to like I don't know where she wants to get it, but she wants to get something like represent us, and above it just says till the end.
That's cool.
Like kind of paraphrasing that.
Yeah.
That. Not like anyone's name or anything, but
she wants to get it in like.
I want to get that too, but with something representing like Fellowship more.
Yeah.
But I want to get that on my ribs.
I will say, from experience,
I thought about that. I thought about the shards of Narsil. I thought about the Fellowship going. I thought about the Even Star, the Leaf, like everything.
We're getting really geeky.
We're getting really geeky here, guys. Sorry to stop trying to jiu-jitsu podcast like 15 minutes ago.
The nerds have taken over my podcast right now. I don't even know what you said. Leaf?
Yeah. It's like
it's like the little pin thing for
the brooch.
I got you now. Like from the elves. Right?
Yeah. Galadriel gave Merry and Pippin.
All right, so I don't know all the names. You are a true nerd.
I've read books.
Are
Like, books are
two
hard to get
little
through.
Twin
So-
hobbits who like always have like the pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. We used to have Lord of the Rings trivia.
We had that. You too.
And
we had that too.
I won it a few times. Just
There you
so
go.
you know.
See?
I just.
See,
but
you're
now
more nerdy than you think.
I was, but I don't remember any of these names now. That's the
I
difference.
could.
You remember who was
Listen.
the evil lord? Oh, I know him.
Yeah, I mean,
Sarum.
Yeah, I don't.
Sauron.
Sauron.
Saruman was the,
He was-
the
Same-
other wizard.
okay.
Yeah, he
Same
was
names.
the other white wizard, right?
Yeah.
And then
The
the
eye.
eye.
The eye.
That's
of
kind of what
Sauron.
this is.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Actually, I thought that was like when I first
it's
saw
kind of
that.
it's
That's
kind
what
of
I thought that was.
It's a mix of that and like a dragon's eye.
Okay.
So
I always thought
Because that's why I'm like, oh,
Originally-
maybe he's a huge like Lord of the Rings guy. Because he has the
I
eye
am.
of Sauron on.
I am.
his-
It's. It
And
was
almost
gonna
like
be,
the shading underneath it almost looks like Elvish
Yeah.
if you look at it from afar.
Yeah, it was initially going to be fire, just like
Yeah.
the actual eye, but when he originally put it on me, I looked at it. I'm like, you know what? Just make it look like a realistic eye instead of the fire. Because I was like, he could have done it, and it probably would have been awesome. But like, I just got nervous. So
Yeah, I get that.
when he came home with it, I was like, oh, did you get that? Because you always get black eyes.
ironically, I have a black eye right now.
Yeah, you
Black
do. I
eye.
actually
Yeah.
noticed that when you're like,
It's
you
the
close
same,
your
kinda
eyes.
same
funny.
side.
That's funny.
Oh.
And yes, but no, that's not why I got the eye.
Yeah. No, but that's what I want. I want to get that on my ribs.
Yeah, I will say from experience on the ribs, there are certain spots that are extremely painful, and then there's some spots that are just like, oh.
I'm worried
it's no
about
big
being
deal.
tickled, to be honest. Like I'm very
Yes,
ticklish.
so am I.
Yeah.
And I was worried about that too, and there are some spots that are very ticklish.
Yeah. That's,
So-
that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, that's going to be like down the line. Like this is
Yeah.
probably going to be. I'll probably get this next year.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to get the like yeah. So Kelly's like, I want to upgrade like my ring.
Yeah.
And I was talking like, oh, I gotta watch. She goes, no, you're getting your tattoo. And I was like, oh, good point. Like it's probably just as much as a nice watch that I want to get,
Probably.
if not more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tattoos are not cheap.
No,
but
they're not. They're not.
honestly,
cheap at all.
you're paying for something you put on your body for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You might as well.
And you're paying. Yeah, I mean,
you
like,
might as well get an
Yeah.
expensive one, because the cheap ones, they're exactly that. They're cheap.
yeah, they're cheap and they're horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
Joey told me about his first tattoo experience,
Yeah.
and it sounded awful.
Yeah.
And he made like, just like the way he made me feel very like, hey, I'm not rushing you, man. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to love this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work with you until we figure it out.
Yeah.
And he was very just like, hey, don't worry about it. Just really chill. Like, we're
Yep.
good, man. Like, we're gonna figure this out. You're gonna have it. And you're gonna love it.
That's
And I
cool
did.
too, that he was able to work with you. Like, not that he was able to work for you, but he was able to work with you on the fly.
Yeah,
and get it right.
just on the
He's
yeah.
like,
I mean, he's like, all right, I got this. Let me think about it for a second. I'm like, all right.
how far in advance did you book it?
About 8 months.
Yeah.
So his books open in like June or for January 1st.
Did he book the whole year?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he books 6 to 8 months, and then
Yeah.
he'll open his books
Yeah,
again in like
right. That's
June or something. And
That's
he'll
kind of how
book the
my
rest of
guy
the
is
year.
too. My guy, he just opened up a shop in Yorkville, and he'll book like 6 months, close his books.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
pretty much.
and
what
then
Joey
another
does.
6 months. So he's pretty hard to get into. He's hard to get a hold of too, because he's constantly, he's either tattooing there or he's traveling tattooing.
Yeah.
So-
That's what he went to a tattoo convention in Amsterdam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Ireland, I think. He actually had to reschedule my second session because he was
He's
going,
going
to
out. Yeah.
a thing in Ireland.
I
But
mean,
he only does big pieces. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't do like
The
give
little
me
ones?
a flower. Like no,
No,
he
it's
won't
a waste
do
of
that.
time.
He's like, I'm not gonna.
For him, it's a waste of time, and he doesn't want to. I appreciate that too from tattoo artists, because I've seen people try to make something that they're not good at.
Yeah.
So why? To me, if I'm putting my name on something, I want it to be good.
Yeah. For
And I
sure.
feel like that's how a
Yeah.
real tattoo.
I mean,
artist would wanna be.
nothing bad about like hodgepodge. I mean, like I've seen a bunch of like just kind of one-off tattoos. and
Yeah,
it's
but I
cool,
just mean like if my expertise are black and gray and realistic,
yeah.
I'm not gonna try and do like an anime cartoon character.
Yeah, he's like, no, you
know?
probably know like 5 people who are
Yeah.
really good at doing that.
Right.
You can recommend.
Right.
Like, go to these like 2 or 3 people. Like they'll
Right.
they'll
Yeah,
figure
because
it
certain
right,
people
yeah.
specialize in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So-
yeah, I mean even if like as I was looking up tattoo.
I mean, your guy, his lines are. I say like I'm an expert in tattoos, but the lines are phenomenal.
I mean,
the way he does the hair on the wolves was
dude,
just,
it was
really cool.
I mean, and I had people commenting afterwards, like, usually when I've seen like tattoos of wolves, like they look like raccoons.
Yeah,
like that looks like a legit
it's hard to do
wolf.
the nose,
the
right?
snout,
Yeah,
he put it like in like, just the way like the paws are moving.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
legs, it looks like it's like almost stalking towards
Yeah.
you. It's so cool.
No,
like,
I think that's awesome.
When he finished, I'm like, dude, I can't believe he did this. Like,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
So, so you're gonna get the chef's knife,
Mhm.
the
Squid
squid,
tentacles, yeah.
and then
Battering, and then the other one,
right.
yeah.
So, are you gonna get a circus tent?
I would.
I'm bringing that up.
Yeah, I've actually talked to Kelly about that. I've talked about it about getting like something circus,
Like 3 rings.
too. Yeah, that would actually be
That
cool.
could be
That would
kinda
actually be
neat,
really
actually.
cool.
That would be kind of neat.
That would be pretty neat. It's a good idea.
So, let's go back.
Yeah.
Let's go back way
back. We're
So
going
yeah,
back time
this
machine.
jiu-jitsu podcast just
Yeah.
totally changed courses here. So, you were part of a circus.
I was.
And you did what?
So okay. So
And how did you? Was this going into college? It was through college, I think.
yeah.
You said,
So I went to. So when I like, as I said before, like when I was in high school, I was a big theater.
Yeah.
I was big into theater. When I graduated high school, I had this idea that I was going to be an actor.
Yeah.
So I went to theater school at Roosevelt University. I loved performing. I loved being the center of attention. But like halfway through the semester, I had this horrible feeling of like, I think if I keep doing this, I'm going to be poor. And I'm not going to like be able to have a family and like,
Yeah.
or like provide for a family the way I would want to. Like, I don't think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
So I stopped theater school. I quit after one semester. I took courses at a community college for a year and a half because I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had the idea finally that I was going to be a teacher.
Mhm.
I was going to do literature and history.
That would have been a good profession.
Yeah, it would have been okay.
Like college professor or high
like
school?
high school or like middle school. It would probably have been high school.
And this is before you met your wife.
This is before I met my wife. So I went to ISU.
Yeah.
And I got kind of I guess serendipitously placed on the computer science floor.
Can you dumb that down?
Luckily, out
Okay,
of chance, got placed on the computer science floor. And at that point, like kids back in the early 2000s,
Like in the dorm area?
the
was
dorm
it?
area. So like back then, every dorm only had like dial-up
I was
modem.
gonna say, so it was all AOL.
This floor, the computer science floor, had DSL.
Oh,
Or they had Ethernet. Sorry.
big
They had
time.
Ethernet. That was big.
Well, Ethernet is big.
That
time.
was- yeah, that was-
So
that was big
That's
time.
still kind of used, but
And then so all my people on my floor were computer science majors.
of course.
And then about halfway through the semester, I just realized really quick that I don't think education's for me.
Yeah.
Like I went to some, I'm not, they're pretty messed up. They're pretty like messed up stories, but like I went to, does not make me look good. Some classes and just like kind of realizing what I would have to deal with potentially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, yeah, this isn't
To
for
teach
me.
it, to
Yeah.
be a teacher. I think I applaud anyone that's. A
Oh,
teacher,
I mean,
man,
my
'cause
wife's
there's
a
no
saint among
way.
people. Like
There's
she's
no way.
been a teacher for 20-something years.
I would have been if I had to deal with. I mean, I had to deal with
yeah.
him as a parent.
Dude, if I had to deal with my son,
Jeez.
like yeah.
No.
Just imagine having to do it 22 of me.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, well, there's that. Yeah, exactly. And like, I know what I was
Every
like in high
period.
school. There's no way.
Oh, same.
I would have been fired.
So I mean, like I had to do like
Yeah.
early education classes and like special ed classes, and I'm just like, I
just-
don't think I can do this. But I have been kind of like looking around at what other people around me are doing, and like that seems pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I started computer science, and I kind of liked it. I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
Like the whole adage of like do something you love, you'll never ever have to work a day in your life.
Right.
Personally, I find that a complete bullshit saying.
I do too.
My philosophy is do something you don't mind doing to pay for the shit that you like doing, and then
That-
you
that
can
is-
spend time with your friends and family.
that is very
That's
realistic.
a much more fruitful
That's
life.
and I think that's the truth. To be
Yeah.
quite honest.
So one of the guys on my floor was in the circus, and he was like doing fire eating in the bathroom.
How? Go on.
So
go on.
I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to join. Like this is cool. But it was also later in the semester, and we'll get to like why that matters in a bit.
But did he have the long sticks?
Yeah, so they're pretty much just like skewers.
did he put the whole thing down or just
So you
just the part? I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say.
Yeah.
This is appropriate for children.
Keep going. So it's like a skewer, and you're probably putting about. There's no way I'm.
All right, we're moving on.
We're moving on.
Put the fire in your mouth.
Anything
Quiet,
I say is
Gabe.
not going to be great. Okay, you guided in with your no. That doesn't work.
No.
Either. So I ended up. Some of the other friends that I had on the floor ended up joining a fraternity, and I joined the fraternity with them.
Yeah.
It was like.
Was it the circus?
It was
fraternity?
not. That was actually a regular fraternity.
Okay.
It was a fraternity that was actually on campus like years ago, and they got like their charter revoked or something, and they were bringing it back, and like it was the first chapter of like I'm like, oh, this is cool, something to be a part of. So I was in that for a year and a half, and then I think like my junior year there, I was just like, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And at the start of I would imagine any college semester, like the fall semester, you have people going out like chalking the quad. So the like of all the groups and the frats and the sororities and the clubs, they all go out and they chalk the quad.
Yeah.
They go, rush at Delta Sig Friday at 8 p.m. Whatever. Rush at Tridelt. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this thing like Gamify Circus. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that guy on my floor. I forgot his name. I'm like, oh, that seems cool. I'm like, and it's kind of performing like that. And then everyone I talked to, like, dude, don't join
a circus.
Like,
I would have been like,
you're gonna be like
no.
There was also like a combat club at ISU, and they were just guys who would have like Ren Fair style swords.
I was just gonna
that
ask,
would like kind of battle on the quad.
Were they in like the knights armor and stuff?
And I was like, dude, don't join the circus. You're gonna be a step behind the nerds that are fighting with swords out on the quad.
They're right. Step behind.
And in all honesty, part of me was like, that sounds kind of cool. Like, I kind of
Like
want to
being-
be one of those nerds sword fighting on the quad.
I've seen
But
I've seen
I kind of
competitions
relegated
doing
myself
that.
to like, I'll join the circus.
Circus
yeah.
or sword fighting and heavy armor.
Like, the circus sounds more
But
fun.
I would have been like, well, what do I have to do? Am I a clown?
Yeah, so there was tryouts. So you go in and they have like all the different acts all over the gym, and you kind of like you have like 10 minutes to each one. They explain to you what it does. There are clowns. There are no animals.
You weren't a clown?
I was not a clown.
Did you try to be a clown?
No, I don't like clowns
At all?
at all. I hate clowns.
We're scared of
No
clowns. You just
bozo?
don't like clowns.
Both. I do not like clowns, and I'm scared of clowns.
You watch it.
I watched it when I was in 7th grade in school.
In school?
Cool.
I also went to a Catholic school for 12 years.
What?
Like, I don't know why we watched it when I was in 7th grade, but
In a
Tim-
Catholic school.
Tim Curry as
Hey,
Pennywise
guys,
gave
let's
me
watch
nightmares for years. So, I
Wow.
think that stems my hatred and fear of clowns.
I love clowns.
I hate
That
clowns.
explains.
So they would just bring you to like different acts and like, all right, this is what this does. This is like rolling globes. This is juggling. This is acrosport. This
Yeah.
is triple trapeze. This is teeterboard. And so you kind of go around and you try out different things, and if you like it, you come back. And
Yeah.
like the first semester, you take the first semester to essentially try to become adept at a skill
Uh-huh.
or at an act.
Okay.
A lot of gymnasts.
So these were
ex-gymnasts
college
there.
credits too, then.
No college credits. It was just a fraternity. It was a co-ed circus.
Oh, so it's not a
fraternity.
class
No.
either. Okay.
It was a
Go to
co-ed
circus.
circus fraternity.
Interesting.
So I did skating, which was like
like rollerblade skating, or
like rollerblade skating.
Yeah.
So like we would do like you pick people up while you're skating,
Almost
Kinda
like figure skating?
but on rollerblades and like on a small like.
That sounds dangerous.
It was.
Although, I mean, what's worse, falling on ice or falling on concrete?
I mean, I'd imagine probably ice because you're also with how much you're going for the.
I figure like concrete though, because like if you hit ice, you're gonna slide a little bit. You hit
Maybe.
concrete, you're like gonna grind.
I've hurt myself pretty bad on it, but it's
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
what I
also
was
did
gonna
acrosport, which is like cheerleading on steroids.
I
Like you're
couldn't do
building
that.
like people on top of you,
Oh.
so
Yeah,
like you
that's
have like
not-
3 highs.
That's not my thing.
So I was a bass because
Assemble.
that's when I was chubby Mike.
Of course, you were a bass.
It's bass. And so I went through the first semester. I tried out. I made it, and then you're kind of like you're initiated into the fraternity. And the second semester, you are practicing up until the big show at Redbird Arena in April.
Okay.
And that was where I met my wife. We met at a party. She did not know my name for about 3 weeks after she thought my name was Matt. I guess, typical white guy name.
Does she still call you Matt?
As a joke sometimes.
I would call you. I'm gonna call you Matt.
I call me Matt. So she did. She was an alternate for triple trapeze, and she did like swinging ladders.
That explains the gymnastics.
Yeah. So and then the next year, I was actually on the executive. So we had an executive board. We had like a president, a social chair, vice president.
You started becoming in charge of.
Yeah, I started becoming. So I was social chair. So I'd plan all the.
Did you have the big top hat?
No, that would have been awesome though.
That would have
been great. Like her and I started doing teeter board and Russian swing together. Where teeter board is just like it's a tower. And you have like a big seesaw.
Yeah, and
you have like one person here, and then you have a person jump down, the other person like flies off. Russian swing is a huge pendulum.
Yeah.
You have a pusher and a flyer. So like Kelly she was my flyer, I was her pusher, and it was great. And that's where we met. And that's like we said.
So when you flew off the Russian swing,
I just pushed.
So she flew.
She flew.
Like and did a bunch of flips and then
she would do like a half in and like a backflip or something.
Did she like go through a ring of fire or anything?
No, it wasn't anything like that. Like it was.
She'd do a flip and then you'd catch her back to something like that.
Yeah, like how did she land?
They essentially land on at that point they landed on a big mat. Now they've kind of like escalated a little bit.
Yeah, because I've seen that's what I was getting at. Because like I've seen
they'll do like 5 highs now.
Yeah. Because even Circus Soleil does stuff like that.
Oh, dude. So some of the guys who I was in Circus with, they perform.
Oh, really?
Cirque du Soleil now
dude,
in Vegas.
Those guys are talented. Man.
Oh man, it's his name's Chris Reese. He's an acrobat with. I think it was with Ka, if I'm not mistaken.
Dude, oh man, I love that show.
Dude,
I've seen that show like 4 times.
He's super legit.
Here's the funny thing about that show. I've seen that show 4 times, and it's got like this 4-dimensional stage where like it inverts and yet they climb up the stage. It's really cool, and I've only seen the whole thing all the way through once.
Wait, so it goes through time?
No, because what happens is they get to a certain. It does kind of go through time, but they get to a certain point, and because the stage is so mechanical, the stage overheats and breaks down. And
like
they
on
stop.
purpose or
no,
just on accident?
It just happens. Apparently, it happens every time I go. But like the show,
here.
Yeah,
don't grease
the
wheels.
show itself is phenomenal. Even just getting to like I always go and I'm like we're gonna get through it this time. We're gonna get through it, and it dies right around the same spot. So I don't know really how the show ends.
Oh, that's rough.
But it looks amazing.
It's pretty cool. Cause that's it was at the MGM Grand.
Yeah, I think it's still there, isn't it?
I think so. When we went there, we went to go see O, which was really cool.
I heard that.
Because O has so it's a water-based show,
right?
And the ground's porous, so it has like little holes in the ground.
Oh,
so you can have like people doing an act on the ground, right? And then the spotlight will go up to like a diver, and they'll jump down. You're like, oh my god, they're gonna kill! And all of a sudden they're in water. But the floor is lowered.
Because you're not looking at it going down.
The floor is lowered because it has a bunch of little thousands of little holes in it. It doesn't create it doesn't really create a wake, so you
don't see it.
It's seamless into water.
That's
it is
nuts,
so
dude.
cool.
I would probably have a heart attack watching that.
But yeah,
jumping into it.
Well, I would not jump into it. There's no doubt about that.
The circuit, it was called Gamify Circus. It's been around since like 1929.
Is it still going?
Still going. It's gonna maybe it was 1925. They're supposed to have in the next couple of years is their 100th year.
Wow.
So we'll probably we go back for show every couple of years.
Yeah.
To see it. It's pretty cool.
I was gonna say, do you guys have like reunions where?
Yeah, we do. Like actually, there are a lot of people who we went to. So we were in like so Kelly and I were in the same pledge class together.
Yeah.
So we still have a lot of friends who are in our pledge class that we still hang out with.
I think that's really cool. That's
but we party we'd party pretty hard. Like.
You guys didn't have to travel.
We did actually a little bit.
You did?
Yeah, we did. Like, so we would go to we would be hired for weddings. We would do shows at grade schools. There's actually
that'd be cool.
The middle school in Normal, Illinois has like a junior. At least they did when I was there. They have like a junior Gamify to like bring circus performing to kids, which is pretty cool. Like it's pretty great. It's pretty awesome. Oh, Kelly did like Spanish webs. I forgot about Spanish webs. It's like a big it's a rope. That you like hook into, and you have a spinner, so you like kind of do aerial.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. She's done that before. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, she's she went so fast a few times she bursted a blood vessel in her eye.
Has she ever fallen?
No.
That would be my.
Not
fear.
that I remember. No, she did fall off of. She fell off of Russian swing once, and it was as it was coming back. So I jumped off of it, and I jumped on top of her. And like I pushed it down, like it went over us, luckily. But like I remember like jumping on top of her to try.
Wow, because there's probably not a lot of clearance from the ground to that.
No.
That had to be scary.
Yeah, but that at that point, that was probably my last year. That was probably my heaviest I've ever been. I was like 230.
Wow. And what are you now?
165 around there.
Yeah.
I hover. I mean between like 162 to 168, but usually like around 165.
So, and not all that's jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You do other workouts though.
Oh, I mean now. Now, yeah. But like, the initial
was
the initial weight was like when I started at Carlson, I started thinking about competing. I was like 200 pounds, and I was looking at the guys who were 200 pounds. Yeah. I was like, I'm not competing. No, these guys are monsters.
That's where I feel like this is great because we're going to go full circle here, because that's where I feel like competition training is. It's important for getting in shape for competitions, but like it's also great for like weight loss programs.
It is
because the workout is so. I'm not gonna say it's intense. It is intense, but like it's like constant move for.
Yeah, it's just
it's like a wrestling class.
It is.
That's literally what I try to model them on.
And I was gonna say now you run them at Peeka Pow. So like we're coming full circle, coming back into jiu-jitsu, which is awesome. Peeka Pow opens, and I think at that time is when the Alliance gyms, because we're talking COVID.
So the Naperville gym closed down.
This is how we get into the misfits of gyms, because like when COVID happened, a lot of these gyms just started kind of closing down.
Yeah. So Jason, I remember the rent on the Naperville got raised like to an insane amount, and Jason's like, I'm not paying that. So, but he's like, I'll keep my Schaumburg gym. He's like, you should come train with us in Schaumburg, and I was like. I remember
so now you're back right where you started.
Yeah, I'm back exactly where I started. I remember I took some time off in the summer. I came back in September because I was like, no one knew what was going on at that point. I was like, I don't want to get anyone sick. I came back and Jason's like, hey, welcome back. We're closing in 2 weeks. And I was like, you're what? He goes, yeah, the landlord's raising the rent. Like, I'm not paying that, so we're just going to have the Schaumburg gym. And I was like, I'm not going to go to Schaumburg.
I wonder why he just didn't look for another spot.
I mean, at that point, I don't think he was
too.
Yeah.
I say that nonchalantly, but I'm like, he's already managing a gym in Schaumburg.
Yeah, and he also has his own business. He has like a roofing business.
Yeah, so that's tough.
So and he at that point he had been talking about potentially moving to Florida for years. So I think he was kind of like half out anyway.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I'm not driving to Schaumburg, dude.
Yeah.
Like on a good day, that's 35 minutes. On a bad day, it could be an hour.
Oh yeah,
there
easily. And their gym's right next to Woodfield Mall, which is packed.
Yeah, which is a nightmare. Once you get off of
you get out of 355 or 290, I think it is up there.
Whatever it is there, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. So I remember like some of the blue belts kind of broke off and they started
levels.
So I went to a few. I went to a few places. I went to Levels for a little bit. Did 10th Planet for a minute. I went to BJJ Lab for like a class because Dexter was training there at that point. And then like around, I don't know, 2021, I saw Aaron start posting some things of like, Peeka. And I always knew he was called Peeka Pow.
Yeah.
Like I knew that.
Carlson Sr., I think, gave him that.
And I think so. And then, so I saw he was opening. And at that point we were good because there was one day pre-COVID where Sherman had called me. He's like, hey, do you want to train today? And I was like, yeah, sure. He goes, can I bring some people over? I'm like, who do you want to bring over? He goes, how about Sal, Aaron, and Michelle? Mm-hmm. I was like, sure, why not? I was like, you know what?
This is before COVID?
This is before COVID. I'm like, this whole thing is stupid anyway. This might give Aaron, Sal, and I a chance to kind of bury the hatch. And this is when Aaron was dating Michelle.
Yeah.
So I remember like Sherman and I brought all the mats upstairs out in the backyard, put a big tarp down, put the mats over it, and we all rolled for like an hour. And it was like, I think after that we were kind of copacetic. And
I feel like the jiu-jitsu grappling in general.
We just
kind of brings that out.
Yeah. And we're just like, this is stupid that we've been being assholes to each other.
You realize that, exactly. You realize
it's pointless.
It's pointless, right?
And I think especially since after Aaron started training at Viana Brothers, like Daniel.
Well, Daniel's an amazing guy too, so. Pedro,
God rest his soul. Like he's, they really kind of showed Aaron like this is what a jiu-jitsu gym should be. And Aaron took that again. He takes it to heart. He has his pulse in the community. So fast forward, then I saw him post something like, "Oh, we're opening Peeka Pow." I'm like, "Oh, great for him! Like that's fantastic." he's like, we're selling merch if you want to, t-shirts if you want to help us out. And I was like, you know what? I don't know.
I'll donate to the cause.
I'm not gonna, at that point I was like, I'm not
going to commit.
I'll buy a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So after he got all the mats in, I came in on a Sunday because you had the option of like either ship or pick up at the gym.
Right.
I'm like, this is like 20 minutes away from me. Like, I'll just go pick this up. And I guess I had some stuff with me, like some Nogi stuff. And Aaron's like, hey, if you want to jump in, we're doing a Nogi comp class. Like, you're more than welcome to jump in. I was like, yeah, sure. Did it. I left. I just kind of sat in my car for a minute. I was like, this is it.
I think I remember.
This is my home.
I think I remember talking to you. I don't know if it was that particular one or if it was the next one, but I remember talking to you after. I want to say it was a comp class, because you were coming for a little bit, and I'm like, "Are you coming here? Or are you going to Levels?" Because I think you came with some people from Levels.
Yeah, Don.
Yeah, Don.
I think I brought Don. I brought Jordan at that point.
Yeah.
Because Jordan was over at Levels. I brought Dexter. He was over at Beat.
Yeah.
I just called everyone after that.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care where you're at. You got it. I'm not saying you should move.
Right,
But you
but
got
you
to
gotta
check
check it
this
out.
out, dude. Aaron's legit.
Yeah, and I remember talking to you, asking you if you're, because at the time I thought you were going to Levels.
Yeah.
I was like, so you're going over to Levels, and you're like, no, this is my home.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
And I was
I'm
like, oh,
because
it's like that's
Levels
a win.
was great, but I wanted something a little more like competitive.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they've come a long way and they're a lot more competitive
Sure.
now. But
Sure.
at that point, I was just like, I want something more competitive.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, and then a couple years ago, Aaron was competing or he was busy. And he was like, hey, can anyone cover the comp class? And I was like,
Right.
I'd love to. And I think we were at Pans or something. And I was like, hey, man, if you just want me to do the comp class, I'll do the comp class for you. Like,
Yeah.
I have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Like, and the comp classes that I was used to were ball busting brutality.
because you went through the same ones that I got to it at the tail end.
Yeah.
Which was still Blaine and Larry.
Yeah.
But when you were doing it, was it in the gi?
Isaac
was it
Isaac
in the gi
doing
though?
It was in the gi.
Yeah, so we were doing
Isaac
it in the gi
would
too. That's rough.
during the summer, and you would probably love this. He would close all the doors, turn on the
Yes.
the heat, and we would just
Do cardio for 45 minutes.
for an hour.
No music, nothing. All you could hear.
We would probably put on some music.
We
but like,
Larry would not let us put music on.
oh, see, Isaac at least put less. But we would do like running, jumping jack push-ups, backpack carries, bear crawls,
Yeah.
army
Yeah.
crawls.
Yep.
Your typical
You
front
couldn't-
roll bullshit.
We couldn't get water. We had to do army crawls all the way across the gym, and we'd race to the other side. And only the winner could get water.
Yeah,
I remember that. And there was no there. I loved it, but
sounds fun.
I mean, that's
But it's not for everyone. It's
It's
for
not
people
for everyone.
like
It's
the three of us,
yeah.
like who are
It's for
we're
the-
pretty masochistic. You have to be pretty masochistic
to
like that.
I'm smiling right now just thinking
Yeah, I mean,
about
like
it,
I loved it.
Like I'm
and,
almost speechless, thinking, oh,
and then I started
Let's do
kind
it
of
again.
doing that.
what are we doing sitting here? We could do that now.
Yeah, we could just start.
Race for water.
But
So-
by then you were pretty tired.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we would do that, and
Yeah.
then we would do like positional sparring for
Yeah.
a half hour, and
Yeah.
then we would do sparring for a half hour.
Yeah.
So it was a 2-hour class that you're just like in the gi.
In the gi.
Your belt's soaked through.
Everything is
your
soaked.
your gi is just
Yeah.
like dripping. Like
Your-
your gi
your
is
gi-
probably 10 pounds.
I was gonna say your
heavier.
gi went from 4 to 10 pounds.
I mean, I've
you know?
thrown up after that class
Oh, yeah,
so many
easily,
times. Like, I
easily.
would not let myself throw up during the class.
Yeah, no.
But I've definitely thrown up
Yeah.
afterwards.
I remember seeing people throwing up during the class. I mean, I've seen people throw up during your class.
which I take as I'm like,
I love it.
I don't want it to happen, but when it happens, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm doing something right.
Yes.
But yeah, and I used to kind of do it like more cardio in the beginning.
Well, you did that. Yes, you did a lot of the one, which I love, and I kind of would love to go back to that format. But I get why you don't, because we have
Yeah, but I'm
Brody's
also
conditioning
thinking
class
about
right
doing
before.
like competition, like just have the whole thing like competition rounds, and then in between rounds you do cardio.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's like one of the classes I went. I've been thinking a lot about
I've actually done that with the kids, because the kids are just a ball of energy.
You
So
have to. Yeah.
What
I mean,
do
parents
is,
almost bring them in like just
yeah.
do something
So
with them for like an hour. please.
sometimes what I'll do is I'll have them jog the whole mat area, and then I'll grab 2 of them and have them do a 3-minute round.
Yeah.
And then I'll throw them back, or the winner stays in, and then the next person comes in.
I'm a big fan of shark tanking.
Yeah.
Big fan of shark tanking.
I like playing King of the Mat.
Yeah, I like doing that. I like doing it a lot with wrestling, because
Mm-hmm.
I feel, especially for jiu-jitsu people, wrestling is a perishable skill.
I think
And it's a nuanced skill,
Let's
too.
dive into that one too, because I love wrestling, as everyone knows.
As you
But
all know.
I feel like a lot of jiu-jitsu practitioners that have never wrestled before fear the stand-up, and I don't understand why.
I fear it now because of my knees and my neck.
So
like I love wrestling and I would love to be better at it.
Yeah.
But when I think about shooting, my knees are like, the fuck you are. Like
And just
I
snatch
mean,
single.
there's other takedowns.
but then I still have to like but then my back hurts when like I would rather do like judo and throws.
Yeah,
than
but that's
doing
to me that's all relatable. Any stand-up takedown.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, wrestling has evolved so much with, throw bys, you have lat drops, you have foot sweeps,
Yeah.
you have,
You
a bunch
could-
of judo
you
throws.
could bring him down to
I-
the ground without like touching the legs.
Yeah. And then you
right.
have guys like J-Flow who are just putting it out on Instagram, just showing how to do like
Yeah.
basic, like the skipping
Right.
drill in judo,
Right.
where you're skipping and then you have to sweep out
Yes,
the leg.
exactly,
As you go. Like you
exactly.
can do that in no-gi as well. You
Exactly.
just have to adjust your grips.
So I'm like, I get the guard pulling to an extent. I don't want to admit to it. I hate it.
Even though your son's Instagram handles is guard pulling Gabe.
Dude, all three of my kids pull guard. I don't understand where I went wrong.
Look at that shit-eating grin.
Yeah. And he's like kicking his feet.
He's like,
Yeah.
I
He's
just
like-
do this.
He's like, hee hee hee. Yeah, all three of my kids pull guard. All three of them.
I do and a lot of the times when I pull guard, I'm just like, ugh. Can't believe I did that.
I just don't understand. Like, I love the drills for especially for comp class takedowns and stuff like that. But I think that, like, because people either don't understand it or are just afraid of it. Like, they hear the horror stories of, like, oh, my knee popped out or this and that.
But I mean, that happens to everyone.
That happens to everything. I mean, that could happen. You're okay with knee bars, you're okay with heel hooks
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But God forbid you take a shot because you're worried your
Yeah.
kne's going to blow out.
Yeah. No, I'm
I'm
not
so
even worried
safe
about my
when they're-
knee blowing out. I'm just worried about like if you get up in the morning, I'm sure you probably
I
don't deal with
can't
this, but
get up in them. I roll out.
See, that's the thing. Like, I get up and I'm like, something like, a shirt's on the ground. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, picking this up is going to be a problem.
But I feel like that after leg day.
Yeah, but I mean, so that feeling is what I feel like when I see a shot. I'm just like, I want to do it, but this is going to be a problem. And by the time I think about it, I don't do it.
Okay.
That's-
So you're
my
overthinking
adrenals
it.
are-
I
You're
overthink
overthinking
wrestling
it.
way too much.
Yeah,
Way too much.
I bet you.
And then also, I have a little monster in my house that actually, I don't want to say that he's bigger than me at this point.
Yeah.
But
Big
like, he comes
monster.
up to me for a hug and just tries to start like wrestling me in the kitchen.
Oh. I wonder if that sounds familiar.
Yeah, that sounds very familiar, I'm
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, he'll just like, he'll be like, oh, Dad, hi. Just grabbing like,
Yes.
a 2-on-1 and start pulling me in.
and he's got that, like, young man grip.
that
strength
young man gymnastic
Yeah.
grip, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't
And the gymnastics, I'm
rip
sure he's
off
got.
of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Go with
problem.
me.
And then I
Can
got
you
my
imagine
wife
if-
yelling at
Can you
us.
imagine if Alex decided to put a gi on and do jiu-jitsu? His grip strength would
Listen,
be
it would
freaking
be
off the
He
chart.
would be a problem.
Or judo.
He told me that after
Yeah,
when he
his
goes to
throws
college,
would be good.
Yeah, his throws would be really good. He told me when he goes to college, he's like, I'll do jiu-jitsu when I go to college.
Why wait?
Because he just wants. Because one, he'll say, I'm lazy, I don't want to do it. And two, he's like, I just want to stick.
He
with
doesn't have to
wrestling.
do it every day.
That's what I'm telling him, dude. But he just. I don't know.
Alex, you're listening to this.
Listen, kid.
If you're listening to
I'm
this-
just like, listen.
You just need to come once or twice a week. That's it. That's it. Just show up.
He does it. Come on.
Put a gi on. Put a gi on. No pressure.
Oh,
But there's pressure.
if he watches this, he's gonna be like, because whenever I say I'm gonna do gi, both him and Lily look at me like, ew.
Yeah, like why would you put a
wouldn't
gi?
do that.
Yeah, nowadays
What's
no one puts a gi on.
Yeah. No, but I do when I start getting back into.
Yeah.
Worm guard.
But it's funny because around that time when I was a purple belt, that's when I first met you.
Yeah. Yeah,
When
because we met at an open
we
mat.
met at Maneko's.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember when because you said like, oh, like we were at a comp class and you're like, oh, you're like, awesome. Like
right.
years later I found a picture of you and me,
Right.
Don and Zito from
Yeah.
like 2017 and you just
Yeah.
had
The mean mug.
mean mug.
With
And
the
I'm just like-
yeah. Well, it's because even now you don't smile in a jiu-jitsu photo.
I do.
Yeah, I know you're weird.
No, I'm like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
straight
both
face.
of you are just like
straight face.
somber bastards, just
Straight
like
face.
Where's there?
Yeah. No. Straight
And
face.
me, I'm doing like the Tim Thielen like head knot, like the head position.
Oh
or
yeah,
the-
he likes to
does the-
he likes to get the barrel chest going
Yeah.
and the head up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or I'll, like big stupid.
It is kind of
smile.
funny that everyone's got like their own little pose.
I just
Now-
I
now
love it
you
all. I
mention
just
that.
like being like it makes. That's another thing about like competing. is that I get so happy doing jiu-jitsu, I forget to be competitive sometimes.
Yeah.
And I feel like that dampers my competitiveness.
Like taking it serious?
Yeah, like taking it like I just want to have fun.
Yeah. I mean, I get that.
But maybe I should start, and maybe like I'm old enough now, or I'm further enough in my journey now where I can just. Why don't I just see what having fun during a tournament looks like?
And I don't think there's anything like you said, the older we get, there's nothing wrong with that. Just have fun. Go out there and have fun.
Have fun, kids.
I agree. Even you, go out there and have fun. See what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I
Test
remember.
yourself.
I mean, I'm sure you probably told him this during wrestling, man. I told Alex, I'm like, just go and have a good time.
Yeah, so have fun. So I mean, there's a time. There's certain tournaments.
Don't be doing stupid. Don't start doing backflips over people. But
state tournament.
Don't do that at a state tournament. That's what I was getting at too.
Go hit a flying squirrel while he's standing.
Yeah, exactly. Like Papa, you don't want to do that. But don't be so tense where you're like you're.
I think
you're gonna give yourself a heart attack.
I think
somehow.
I think there's certain tournaments that I don't take as serious. Obviously, like I don't go to a Grappling Industries being like, okay, this is gonna be my worlds, and just go ham on somebody. That's where I try and have fun and figure out what's working, what's not working.
Yeah, and that's I need to and that I want to do that, and then the second I step on the mat, I'm like, I need to win. Like I can't have fun.
There are times where I get into that.
I don't like that at all. And that's when I lose because I don't like that about that person.
You probably overthink it.
I do. I absolutely overthink it.
I mean, I say that tongue in cheek because I'm kind of the same way. Like I want to go and have fun and try new things, but then as soon as I put the headphones on and put the hoodie up,
you're in a mode.
It changes.
So I assume you listen to probably like a lot of metal and I
listen to classical stuff, violins.
Do you really?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was gonna say that's such a twist.
No, but that would have been funny.
I'm like, oh my god, I completely
No, I listen to
pigeonholed you.
Like Metallica.
I listen to a lot of heavy metal. I listen to some rap.
Song.
Yeah, some fast Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. I listen to Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, Slayer.
Def Leppard.
So
they don't ever come up.
I had this weird idea at one point. It kind of works for me sometimes. I had this idea of I want to listen to something that makes me feel.
Yeah.
So I'll have I'm trying to find my competition playlist, but I have things from the Moana soundtrack on there.
Oh yeah.
I have.
I have a Brazilian song.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Fleetwood Mac, Smashing Pumpkins, Flaming Lips, Oasis, Jay-Z, Nickelback, Prodigy, Macklemore, Steve Aoki, The Animals, House of the Rising Sun, those all.
I have that on mine.
Yeah, in the Space Hog, I have the main theme from Westworld.
Yeah,
because it's such a cool.
I have the Batman Beyond theme song.
Oh, that's a great one.
That's
one of my favorite shows.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean I have. Metallica, Sia, I have all the polyphonic spree.
I have Imagine Dragons on mine.
Yeah, I mean,
I go from every extreme, and I even have so I have the Four Horsemen from Ric Flair's Four Horsemen.
Oh, nice.
So I have their walkout song.
I have DXs on mine.
I don't think I have DXs, but I do have. I have Nirvana, Smell Like Teen Spirit.
Oh yeah.
So
I do. I have Something in the Way.
So
My Way to the Highway.
So when I was a freshman in high school, is when Smells Like Teen Spirit came on. Mm-hmm. So every time I hear that song, I think of wrestling practice because
so it brings you back to the mentality
run.
almost. Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
I also have Lunatic Fringe from Vision Quest.
Nice.
I have that too.
So
I gotta watch that movie with Alex.
I have California Love, Tupac.
Oh, dude. I mean, I used to that actually used to be a ritual that I had before I went to. I would get in my car. I had All Eyes on Me, which was one of my favorite.
Yeah.
CDs when I was CDs kids or these things that we know.
CDs kids, 8 tracks.
Yeah, I just used to put in the. I would before I would start the car, put in the CD track 1.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah,
I would just listen to it the whole way.
Yeah, so you said, things that give you feeling, right?
Yeah,
so
things I just want to feel. I just want to.
I think
sometimes I'll be I'll skip on the way to the.
Yeah, I don't skip. I mean, you run though. You run around.
Oh no, I like building a sweat.
Yeah, I think
I don't like going in cold. I like going in feeling like I've sparred 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Because that, like, and Dexter and I have talked about this too. Like, around round 3 or 4 is like where the sweet spot starts coming in, where it's like the adrenaline's kind of like plateauing, and I can just keep, like, I don't have that like spike and that fast breathing anymore. I can just kind of keep going, and I can go for probably another 8 rounds, no problem. But after that, those first 3 or 4, really hard to get through.
Are you the guy that looks at the board and sees that his opponent's in green and then you check in, or do you?
No, I check in.
You check in right away.
I check in right away.
So
watch them turn green.
All right. So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You do all this warm up.
Yep.
You get your sweat on. You go and check in. You're in the bullpen. Your other guy doesn't check in for another 15 minutes because he knows he's got plenty more time.
Stretching.
You're stretching.
Stretching. I'll do so. I'll do.
Do you get cold though?
No, because I usually wear like a sweatshirt. I usually wear something heavy like a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Like what I'm wearing.
Yeah, I'll have shorts on because mostly I've been competing in no gi. But even if I was doing the gi, I would probably have a sweatshirt on over
everything.
over my
yeah.
gi.
I have my hoodie on. As soon as my headphone goes on, my hoodie's on,
I'm
regardless
like,
gi or no gi.
I'm hot because I also like the idea of feeling warm and like uncomfortably hot beforehand, so that when I'm going and like let's say I'm in a bad position, I'm not panicking because of like it's getting like hot or I'm getting like flustered. I like that feeling a lot more. But yeah, I usually use that time for stretching.
Yeah.
So a couple IBJJFs
I feel like that would cool me off, and then I'd cramp up or something.
No, I mean because like it's not just, it's like pretty active stretching, like walking lunges or Cossack squats or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember a couple IBJJFs ago, I ran outside. I was doing burpees, jumping jacks, push-ups, and jump rope. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I got like 30 minutes before I go on. I'm good. Like my heart rate was really high. I was walking over there, and the guy who I was competing with against, a buddy of mine, Adam Bautista. Like I get there and I'm like, I'm just gonna have like a 20-minute stretch. I'm gonna feel really warm. He's like, hey, they're calling us, man. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Is that the one that I text you on?
Yeah, maybe it was. And I was like, oh crap. I didn't see that text until he and I looked. I'm like, oh my god, I have to go. So I went in there. Like my heart rate was at like 160.
You're really high already.
Because usually it's like, I like to keep a high-ish. Like maybe high for me is like 90 to 100. Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. I like in that zone because it's not spiking. Yeah. Like it just kind of like goes up a little bit, and then like, I have like a shorter wave versus like spikes. Yeah. Because I've done that. I've done matches cold, and I gas out in like 2 minutes.
I mean, I get that point too, because like I feel like my first round in any
that's the worst
after
one.
Training is
if
the
I can
worst
get
one.
Past that one, if I can get past that first round in a tournament, I'm gold.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about it. Even if I end up losing, I'm like, I got one out of the way.
How do you feel about that, Gabe?
The first round?
Yeah.
I feel like for jiu-jitsu, I don't care that much. Wrestling, it's more of like, okay, this is like a wake-up call. Yeah. Like, I got to do good in this match.
Well, you're also, wrestling's a little bit more motivating because, like, if you get taken down cold, it hurts.
Yeah.
And that wipes
and then you're like, oh, I got to get up now.
Yeah.
I feel like wrestlers don't warm up. Or no, let me take that back. They don't stay warm. Because like you guys,
not really.
I don't like that. I don't like the competing. Yeah. And then waiting an hour and a half to go again. I like the
go.
Yeah. You're done.
Yeah. Like I like that too.
All right, you got off.
It's also
5 minutes. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's also like, hey, I'm gonna go do this jiu-jitsu tournament. I should be done by 1 or 2 because I go at noon and I'll be done by 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this wrestling tournament. It starts at like 1. I'm gonna be done at like.
I have to be there at.
Yeah.
I have to.
You have to be there at 8.
The bus gets there at 8 a.m. But I'm gonna be there till 5. Yeah.
So I mean, I understand where you're coming from too. Yeah. I don't miss the days of waiting around.
But
I like both aspects of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
but I
kind of like.
It also might be because you're younger. Like you have that ability to kind of go somewhat of a day walk.
We got things to do.
I do not. I have
grappling.
I have tournaments to win.
Well, that's another thing I worry about too. I'm just like, I have to go.
Right.
I have to go grocery shopping. I have to do laundry. I have to clean. Like I have to clean this. I have to leave my backyard. I have to.
We've literally had parents that had signed their kids up. They've had multiple kids, and they sign them all up for this tournament. Like this has happened a couple times. And it gets to like a certain time, like 1 o'clock, and be like, nope, we got to go because we have something else going on at 3. Like, All right.
You should have cleared your schedule.
Should have,
okay.
Planned accordingly, but okay.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, if I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
It's like I'm there till the end.
That's how I kind of figure too. Is like, granted, I may go at like a small half hour of time frame or whatever, but like there may be other teammates that I'm gonna watch and support.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially with like the bigger tournaments, or like we have a lot of people, like even for grappling industries too. Like I remember one of the last ones I did, and I actually had a lot of fun doing it. I was helping coach some of the kids. Yeah. I had so much fun.
Yeah, because black belts go like before the kids.
Yeah,
even
and I was like,
really
oh my
cool.
God, this is great. Like I had so much. I was coaching the adults. I was coaching the kids. I had so much fun doing it. It was a blast.
So what's next for you?
Like tournament wise?
Yeah, or anything. Now that you're black belt, you have a stripe.
I have a stripe.
So what is next? And don't say another stripe.
I mean, yeah. No, well, I got 2 years. Another stripe for 2 years.
The Gracie Baja schedule says it'll take me 3 more years.
I mean, it's funny because Sherman and I talked about that a while. Like we were talking about like what we want to get out of this.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, I do want to compete.
Yeah.
Like whether or not I'm going to do Nogi Worlds. Like I feel like ADCC Kentucky is a little.
It's too soon.
It's too soon, and I'm not.
It's too soon.
If I was going to do it, I would have had to sign up for it like a month ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm going to do Nogi Worlds remains to be seen. I do want to do a few locals just to kind of get back into the mix of things.
Yeah.
I know Aaron brought up the idea that Jeff Curran might do another Curran Invitational. I might be down to do that.
I was going to ask if like super fights were in the card.
I think super fights are. I think I'm starting to get to the point where it's like, especially during wrestling season too, right? Because I watch Alex compete.
Yeah, that's motivating. When you watch your kids compete,
yeah,
it's
motivating.
Yeah.
Like in the summer when they're not doing anything, I'm just like, I don't
it's kind of chill.
Mm-hmm. Or I just want to enjoy like, But I mean, possibly Nogi Worlds. I'm definitely not throwing out the idea of Masters Worlds next year. I would definitely like to get back in the gi.
Yeah.
Maybe do more gi tournaments next year. Maybe do some super fights again. But I mean, again, the problem is like you just have to find. You
have to find the opponents. That's
the hard. That's the hardest. At our age, like it gets harder and harder.
I almost feel like I'm tempted to do like a grappling industries in Wisconsin.
Just to get see. Like I mean, and that's why I kind of wanted to. Like, although I looked at Louisville.
Yeah, that's not
the
that
same
far.
guy who I fought at the Open, or I went against at the Open. He was in it, and I'm just like, dude, these are the same people. I mean, like, and he's a great competitor. He's a tough guy.
Yeah,
he's from Assembly in Detroit, like really tough academy.
Yeah,
tough guy to go against.
Yeah,
but it's just like this is going to be the same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
like I'm just going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my goal, and like.
I'd like to see you do more super fights.
I would like to as well. Like I feel like I just have to get over the idea of like it's okay to lose.
I kind of feel like you're partially over that, only because you're like you said earlier. If Aaron texts you tonight saying, "Hey, someone dropped out, would you like to join in?" You're like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had fun doing Fight to Win. I did a few grappling games pro.
Yeah.
I did that one against Bender.
Yeah.
I did one against Izzy, Adavan.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Purple belt. Yeah. I mean, I have fun doing them. I just have to. I just have to
find
like.
the right ones.
Hey, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's my goal for next. I think that's like. I also don't want to like push myself to do it, like because I'm like let me rephrase that. I don't want to force myself to do it because if I force myself to do it, then I'm not doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
Like if I
you have to want to do it.
Yeah. Like when you told me about Masters Worlds, I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be a lot.
It would be fun. Yeah. I think Masters Worlds is like and especially like people our age, I think Master Worlds is it. You know, that's like our Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's our
You know? So, yeah.
Yeah, that's and then just honestly, just keep on doing what I'm doing and just hang out with the people who I love and train. Love to train with. Like I love that I took up boxing. I'm having so much fun learning from Ulysses.
Yeah.
I love training with you guys. It's just fun for me. Like this is just what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's all.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. All right. I think we can probably wrap this up.
We've been going a bit.
We've been going for a while.
We've been going for a while.
It's good stuff.
I don't think we did the hour and a half, but it's
no, we
or 2.5 hours.
I think we succeeded it.
We succeeded.
Do you think so? You got that far?
I think we.
All right, we'll see.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out once the editing is done. Once
it.
Gabe does whatever it is that Gabe does.
Gabe, what do you do?
What is it that you do for this podcast, Gabe?
I'm just here. listen.
You're just
Moral support.
Yeah.
moral support. You're
I think
here
I have
to.
his socks too.
You're here to
The
like.
C3P.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, freaking nerds!
Yeah.
All right,
And
let's get.
on that note.
We're definitely gonna get out of here before the nerds really come out. Nerds.
Nerds.
All right. How you wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
Why would I wrap
Wrap
it
it
up?
up, B.
It's your podcast.
You say that every time.
Yeah, but like, it's your podcast. Like,
But you've done like
you wouldn't make
you've
the-
done like 6 or 7.
Yeah, you've wrapped it up
This
once or
guy
twice.
over here.
This guy.
I told Alex I was gonna do it. He goes, please don't do that. I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
6, 7.
Yeah.
What-
Like, like
what-
6 or 7 times.
What is with 6, 7?
I don't know. I don't even know. I just do it to annoy my kids.
All right. Well, that's what
On
we're
that
gonna
note,
On
see you
that
later.
So, I think we're on episode 6 or 7.
no, we're on episode like
12.
12, which is nowhere close to 6 or 7.
Well, it's twice. It's two.
Nope.
No. No. I can't do it. Won't happen. All right. On that note, until next time, be good, be safe, keep rolling.
Keep rolling. See ya.
Keep rolling to different podcasts. We can't use that.
We'll see you later.
All right. We'll see you later. Until the next one. Peace out.